What up, guys? Welcome to Dev Day. What up, Austin?
What's up? What's up?
Thanks for showing up. All right, so behind the
Yours.
scenes, Austin just kind of asked me something that I've been thinking about, right? So on Thursdays, as you guys know, we have Development Day, and it's awesome that we've been doing this music, but then it comes with the music. After the music, it's like, all right, cool, we made the music. Now what? Right?
Exactly. Yep.
Right, like there's more than just once you upload it to DistroKid and now it's on the internet. Okay, like you uploaded it, it's on Spotify. Now what?
Exactly.
Well, it comes to the point where, all right, like there needs to be some custom functions that I create. So Austin kind of just mentioned, like, he has a client that he's got. Congratulations, Austin. Like, well done, man. Hired him for custom software development. And so Austin's getting hired for custom software development. Well, sometimes when you build no code, hi, Ashley.
Hi.
When you build code, you sometimes also need to like use code, right? So like,
of course.
Yeah. So today is a heavy dev day, right? So it's heavy software development day.
I love it. This is going to be awesome.
Yeah. So, Ashley, are you a nerd by any chance and know software development by any chance? Have you ever done that?
I've taken a shot at being a nerd. So
Okay.
I tried to develop a software program where I could put all of the sizes of boots. So every company could stick their boot measurement sizes in, and then someone could understand what they wore compared to another size.
Mm.
Not only was it hard to explain to a software programmer, this was hard for me to understand how I would write it, right? But I did take a shot at this at one point. I'm still trying to create that. So
Okay.
it's like an app, a sizing app for shoes specifically because there's no size standard.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's what's up. That's pretty
awesome.
Niche problem, so like that's pretty awesome.
And it would be like a SaaS you'd sell to all the companies that they could have on their back end. So when you go to Ariat and you're like, oh, I wear a 9 and a Dingo. Oh, well, you can look on my back end with this SaaS app that shows you, okay, you wear a 10 and a Freebird. Well, this is what you wear in an Ariat 8. You need to order this size, girl.
You could also sell that as a add-on to their business instead of like a full-blown software. You could add as like a feature, have it as an API.
Yeah, I'm totally open. I just know I have a lot of like ideas that I know will work. I haven't been able to translate that into like money yet, but I see that it's coming.
Yeah.
Everyone feels that way on some level if you're daring enough.
Yeah. Right? All right. Well, this is what's cool. So I have this class is like this is like the continuous ongoing teaching of, right? But I do have a beginner class if you wanted to like, how do I get something up start to finish, right? And if you just I sold it for like $200 as like a kind of like how we did the music class. I did a little like learn how to build your first AI software. However, because you're like interacting in the group, I'm sure you're already level 2, which you've probably unlocked it already.
I think I did unlock the other day.
So that will teach you how to do software development, like with what we're doing. So here's what's really crazy. The reason I got into software development is I had a code that I downloaded from the internet and I was working, and it was running on my computer, right? Well, like the only way that somebody could use that code is if they literally came to my house and used my computer, right? It was not on the internet. Like I couldn't figure out how to do that. So somebody basically came to me and said, hey, I could help you get that on the internet if you want. And I'm like, well, how? And he said, there's a software called Bubble. Right. And as soon as I heard the word Bubble, I was like, what's Bubble? And I went and YouTubed it. And that day I spent 14 plus hours watching different training videos. But I watched one training video that was a 3-hour training video that helped me the most. And it gave me a full overview of every single thing inside Bubble before I ever started a project. And then from there, my AI team, like the very first version of my AI team, took me about 8 days till I got my first $1,000 paying customer using no code software development. Then he told 10 of his friends, and I gave him, 30%. And basically he told 10 of his friends, and I made my first $11,000 in that first basically 8 days using software development. And so like that was 18 months ago. My AI team has over 2,000 customers now. Like it's grown since then. And so like however, I'm continuously developing it, right? It's a tool, kind of like how you just had that issue. You're like, I have issues with boot sizing. Well, guess what? Like, I'm making music now. Well, this whole week I've been adding music stuff into my AI team. I don't even know what a song splitter is, but I added it. What you got?
That's
Ashley?
so cool.
Yeah. So that's pretty much where I've been working on, is adding stuff in. Yeah. And here's the cool thing. So that code that I built, I never actually was able to add it to the internet. Like, it never got added. I ended up building a whole separate tool connecting to AI and doing all this other stuff. However, I'm still like, there's still this lack of knowledge that I have, that how do I get my code to the internet? I could build no code, so I could build entire software and I can make it fully run and I get paid from it and all of that stuff. But I still never figured out how to do the code to the actual software. And so this last 24 hours, I went to bed early last night because it's like, it's literally so incredibly, it's not physically intensive, but it's mentally intensive. Like, you're learning words, you were like, what the heck's a Docker file in a YAM? Like, what the heck is this? Like, I don't know what any of these are. And it's like, I have to pip install what? You know? And so it is like, what up, Justin?
What's going on, Justin?
How you guys doing?
Living the dream.
Me too, man. Man, I had to prove that I wasn't a robot before they let me in here.
Oh, all right.
It said your account is restricted. I was like, okay.
Okay.
So I just go through some weird process. I don't know. I'm here.
So that's what's up, man. So yeah. So oh, look, I got Jim coming too. All right, nice. Yeah. So we're talking about software development, man.
Nice. What up, Jim?
What up?
Hey, how
Going
we
on,
doing?
Jim?
How's everybody today?
Doing, man. Everybody's got their coffee
Okay,
going,
so,
right?
Mr. Jeff, I made a video with your video maker,
Did you really?
and then I added lyrics and added some overlays. So,
That's
so
awesome.
hopefully it comes out good. I put it out on YouTube. I'm adding it to the group so you guys can watch it.
Please do, man.
That'll be sick.
All right, so you guys are
So-
probably wondering what video maker Jim's talking about. So check out this. Remember, so I was just talking about coding and stuff, right? So this last week, here we have our issue, right? After you publish your song on Spotify, what now? Right? Like, what now? Well, now you got to go promote it. Okay. So, well, what does that mean? Well, sometimes you have the music now. Now you got to put it over a video, right? So if you click on the AI video creator, I'm going to probably change the name to like tools, because I'm going to be adding a ton of different tools. Like, as I realize I go through this, we need so many incredible tools to be able to like do this right. Like, sometimes we need to be able to trim off the last 5 seconds. Well, like, I don't want to go to Canva to do that. I need somewhere easy, like I'm already in all the time, right? So stuff like this, right? So what Jim was just talking about is one of the things I recently added. I'm sorry, my doesn't look the best in here yet. I'm just kind of making things work. So this is the image to audio. It actually says 5 credits. It's free right now because I haven't even added the credit part in. All right, so requirements, MP3. So one, you need an MP3 and then you need an image. All right, so if you hit start, you just simply upload, click on this. Usually it's blank, right? Click on this and you add like an image, and then you upload your MP3 audio, and then you hit make video, right? Once this little like thing turns a little check mark. Right now it's check mark because there's already something uploaded, right? And then you hit make video, right? Up here it says your video is now being created. Please wait 2 minutes and check your AI images, right? So over in here, inside here now, right? You guys could see all these little cute little like graphics I was
I
doing.
love those.
Yeah. So check out this. So if you go back into the AI creator, we have the music separator, right? So sometimes you're going to like, I didn't know what this was used for, but somebody said they needed it. Okay. But basically it's a music separator. So you basically upload your audio. So like if I have like my death metal album, right? I have like one of my songs, it's called Save the Girl, right? It's sick. right? So I
Yeah.
could save the girl, and then I could upload, and I could hit separate song. Well, here's what it's going to do. It's going to, just like this one's already done. Here's the vocals, download. Drums, download. Bass,
Wow.
download. Other, download. And it splits it in there. So now check out this. There's other processing programs I haven't got into, but let's just say you want to take the vocals and you want to start singing along in your songs, right? Now you could see based off of it, and you could switch, and you could be like, have you ever seen Little John? I'd be like, let's go, you know, right?
The ad libs.
Right? You could do this. And so you could add in where you're singing along, you hit that part, or you adjust certain things, you add a different drum track, or you just get the drum track and you sell the drum track to somebody, right? Like, and you're making drum beats, right? So this will split it into this. This is what it looks like when it's loading. And then afterwards, it will pop into this and just click download, instantly downloads to any of them. So we have that too. So so you see all these little tools. Well, here's the thing is recently, these are all the tools that somebody else has already created. I'm in the process of learning how to code and connect my code to what's called an API. The API allows me to talk to, essentially, this is just nerdy stuff. Okay, I'm just gonna get nerdy with you guys real second. All right, replicate.com. You guys see how every single time I press one of these buttons, well, behind the scenes, it sends it over to replicate.com. Replicate.com runs the code on some like a computer somewhere in the world, and then it sends it back to my software, and then it looks like, you see how right here, this part, this is the prediction. It inputs the sound, and then it outputs the drums, the others, the vocal, all of this, and it's generated in 81 seconds. Okay, you guys see all that? So I'm sending over the input. Here's the input. I'm calling it with code, and then output, right? This is it's called JSON. So I've been staring at all this stuff the last few days, but not only have I been staring at it, I've been running up against issues like inside the software. Like Jim just said, Jim went to another software and had to add the lyrics. Jim went to another software and had to add the cuts. Jim went to another software and had to do all of these stuff after he made this one video. Well, I don't want to have to do all that. I just want to press one button and be like, lyric video.
Yeah, that would be nice. Although with CapCut, it is almost that easy. I mean, it's literally put it in CapCut, hit auto generate, and it comes out. You may have to edit, but it is CapCut is awesome, and it's free. So,
Nice.
And I went to CapCut too, and I did the same thing. And it's just literally for me, I'm that guy that I'm trying to systematically create. Like, I want to show you guys what I'm doing so you guys can kind of see in the journey. Do you guys want to see the little like systematic SEO song journey that I started doing?
Yes,
Please.
yeah.
All right. So, so here's the thing. All right. So now we have a magic song generator, right? Well, we can make all these songs. Well, now what you do with the songs? Well, now you got to make videos with them. Well, not all of these songs are like, I'm not going to sit here and crank out a death metal album all the time. That's not I don't want to do that all the time. Sometimes I need someone just to push a button and then to do something systematically that's going to, can be done every day, that doesn't require like creativeness. Does that make sense? Like it could be done by a VA, right? That's what I'm looking for. Okay. I'm looking for something that I could say, hey, do this. And then this thing's going to make me money a whole bunch of times, as long as we push the button. Okay. So one of the things that I've been thinking of is how can we do this? Okay. So I have a channel that's called AI Generated. All right. So this is just all my little like AI generated projects. And this is where I spam YouTube. All right. Well, however, I started working on a project. Recently, one of these started popping off. Well, think about this, right? I'm just testing this and I'm showing you guys live as I test it. Okay. So what is something that everybody has every year? And it would be something, right? Check out this. My thought is
Birthday.
happy birthday songs.
Nice.
True.
All right. Now check this out. My thought is if I have to get somebody a birthday gift and I'm not with them, I'll go to YouTube. I'll type in happy birthday, Robert, or birthday song for Robert. I'll find that song. I'll listen to it to see if it's good. And then I'll send it to Robert. Robert, that's one view. Then Robert will then listen to it. Robert's, this is awesome. And then he'll say, hey, babe, check out my song that my friend sent me. And then that's 3 listens in one play for a song. And then maybe that happens every year. Right? So my thought is, if I search up other songs, like if I go to YouTube and I just type in, let's just say birthday song for Jim, right? And I say birthday song for Jim. Well, guess what? Somebody else has already done this. However, if you listen to the ones, a lot of times these are birthday songs, and all they do is somebody in the middle of it just cut out and they randomly shout, Jim, Jim, you see that? Jim. Well, it's the same song. So it's almost like it's not as personal. It's just kind of like, this is a song for everyone, right? Then there's ones down here. It's just the happy birthday song with the word Jim on it. And it gets 21,000. Some of these, for the more popular names, get like 500,000 plus views. Well, here's the thing is, how do we monetize this, right? Well, guess what? Last week, I just gave you guys an affiliate code, right? If I go to the description, well, we have systematic SEO now, right? So I have a birthday song for Robert. Check out this. If I go into my AI team, I have a custom command that I recently created. And because we want to do this systematically, okay? Right? So this is only yours, birthday song maker, right? If I hit test, or if I hit like inside so you guys can see behind the scenes, right? It says, here's the lyric for to make an epic birthday song. And it switches out. It's happy birthday, Mike, happy birthday, Mike. And then it says, next, I want to here's all my YouTube information, title, description, keywords, right? Complete each step for the new name, right? So now I have Jim. Okay. And now this is going to switch out my words. It's going to switch out my SEO keywords, and it's going to switch out my entire SEO that I need to post to that, to my YouTube channel. All right. After I have the sound, well, then I just go over here to the AI music creator and I make the AI music video. If you want to go one step further, then go put the lyrics on it, right? So look, modified lyrics, happy birthday, Jim, right? Make a wish, happy birthday, Jim. You see how it's fully personalized? And then now it's a birthday start for Jim, special Jim in your life, all the Jim related happy birthday keywords.
Nice.
All right. So now whenever we're ranking this, it's actually going to rank like, I went and did all the keyword research from everyone. Well, here's the cool thing, right? If you want to see how the song was created and even make your own AI generated songs, go to this affiliate link, right? And guess what? Now we're selling $100 course, right? So now it's not just getting paid from YouTube. Now we're saying, here's the proof in the pudding. Check out the song. Think about it. 3 people are going to hear it and someone's going to say, oh, dang, this is cool, right? So if I look at the comments on this last video for Robert, all the other ones were like ones that like me and my buddy were just kind of starting, but check out 13 hours ago. Cool. Sort of hip hop theme thrown to an original happy birthday song. Cool. Is this Suno AI? Yes. Right. Is this Suno? Yep. And then look, we have a link to the class if you want to learn more in the bio or description, right? Right. So literally this is 48 hours since we've started creating these. And now we have somebody that potentially might be interested and maybe they want to learn how to do something that's very similar. Right. And so
will you walk us one more time through where you got that? Just walk us through one more time, just briefly, without any like filling. Just like, here's how I did this.
Yeah, start to finish. Okay, so inside my AI team, first I picked whatever systematic AI videos that I'm going to be creating, and then I wrote me a song. Okay.
So I'm just giving an example because I actually started doing this. I feel like we're downloading from the same cloud. I need rodeo songs about rodeo, right? Because the American rodeo, biggest rodeo in the world, is coming up next week. I'm going to release a big album, 34 songs about rodeo. I have your AI team write me all the songs. But now I'm like, okay, I need to use this.
Yes. Okay, so here's what you're going to do. All right. You're going to create a new custom command. Okay, so you're going to click on custom commands.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And you're going to create new custom command. All right. Okay. And here's what you're going to do. You're going to say country song creator. All right. And here's what I would recommend. Right. So I'm going to say what I would do is I would literally just, because I would say you are, here's what we could do. We could say it right here, but I'm going to also click help. I'm going to say right here, prompt description. I'm going to say, you take 3 songs and turn it into a new country hit. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click right here and I'm going to click get help from AI. What that's going to do, instead of me talking to AI and learning how to like create, like you are a professional country hit singer, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to spend all time writing it out. I want AI to write that out for me. So that I just click help, get help from AI. And then I'm going to edit whatever that data is that it just sent us. All right, so here it says, Avatar, you are an extraordinarily gifted songwriter with a deep understanding of country music, heart, and soul. Your name is Taylor Rhodes. All right, we're going to update that, right? You can always change this. You have an unparalleled ability to weave stories of love, loss, and redemption into melodies that resonate with millions. You have a knack of capturing the essence of a country spirit. Your lyrics are poignant, and your tunes are unforgettable, and your songs speak directly to the heart. Your understanding of the genre's history combined with modern sensibility allows you to create songs that are both timeless and contemporary. You are known for your ability to take inspiration from existing hits and transform them into something entirely new and equally captivating. Your work ethic is unmatched. Your creativity knows no bounds, and you have unique talent for creative. You will receive a $1,000 tip for highly quality output. All right, so this says select 3 country songs as inspiration. You could have it do this, but here's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of all of this part because I was just trying to get the identity. Okay. So I'm going to get rid of all of this last part, and I'll send this to you so you have access to this. Okay. So don't feel like you're getting lost, but my mouse is not working. There you go. All right. So select 3 songs for inspiration. All right. So what we're going to do is song 1, song 2, and then song 3. And here's the cool thing is you could actually go get the lyrics from other songs, and whether they're your songs or whatever, and add those song lyrics into here. All right. And that means what it's going to do, it's going to reference, it's not going to use, it's going to reference the style, the structure, everything that you actually have created in those. So paste your lyrics in this spot.
So the lyrics is what goes in there. Okay.
The lyrics is going to go there. Okay. And then what we're going to say is, so now we're going to say is select 3 songs as inspiration. So song 1, song 2, song 3, and we'll have our song lyrics. I'm going to add them in a second. And then I'm going to say, so now create me a brand new song, using the above as pure inspiration, nothing more. Okay. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to say create. So I'm going to say new song title. And then I'm going to say song lyrics. So this is us making a systematic process that's going to be duplicatable in the future. Okay. All right. So we have song lyrics, and then we're going to say, now we're going to say YouTube title, YouTube description. Okay. YouTube keywords separated by a comma. I'm going to say 25. YouTube keywords separated by a comma. All right. And then let's see. So let's see what else. What else do we want this thing to do? That's going to make our post. That's going to make that. Now
what about a description?
Instagram post or like an Instagram? Like, could it do that?
Yeah.
Because this is how I'm processing. I'm doing it while you're doing it, just so you know. I'm like, because I want my brain to understand.
Yep, that's perfect. That's why that's heck yeah. Instagram post, Facebook post, email. Right, you can do it all. All right. What else, Justin? What you said?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay. Anybody else?
A launch announcement, like
Okay.
introducing announcement or something like this.
Perfect. All right. All right. So now what we're going to say is there's 3 parts of a good AI prompt, right? There's your avatar, which is up here. Here's our avatar and our identity. Then next is their instructions, which we have our set of instructions. And then last is basically we have to tell the AI, do all the things above following your instructions. Okay. So complete each step above using your avatar and create this song about boom. Okay. And now we could say, what do you want? Okay, so what we're asking, this says ask a question to help guide your user input. So just think about like you're just making the form input, like what question, right? So what do you want your song to be about? Okay. And then now you see how it just says, what do you want your song to be about? Right. So now we could say, what do we want our song about? Now, here's the cool thing. We could add song 1, 2, 3. If we leave it blank, it's actually going to select 3 songs as inspiration for us. Okay. So we don't even have to go out and make them. It's just going to imagine what songs those are, think about it, and then it's going to make them. Right. So I'm going to say create a brand new song using pure inspiration. And I'm going to say take your time and think about a really perfect hit before responding. Okay.
How about a number 1 hit?
Beautiful. Perfect. Think about a number 1 hit before responding. Okay. Boom. All right. So now that will kind of like do a little bit more. All right. So Ashley, give me a song something about a song.
Like Garth Brooks, The Thunder Rolls.
All right. The Thunder Rolls.
In my brain.
All right. Thunder Rolls. All right. So now we're testing our prompts, and basically it's going to do that, right? So it's going to take our avatar. It's going to choose those 3 songs for inspiration. It's going to create a brand new song, a number 1 hit. It's going to create our song titles, write our song lyrics, create a YouTube title, a YouTube description, 25 keywords separated by a comma, Instagram post, Facebook post, email, launch announcement, all in a few seconds. Why we sip coffee.
Okay, and I did it in real time with you, and so it didn't give me a name. It's really interesting how yours and mine are thinking, right?
Yeah, totally. Every single time, here's the thing. Every time you hit the generate, it does what's called a seed, right? So behind the scenes, behind the scenes, it basically does some random generation, and then that's what creates the random generation for us. So every time you press a button, it's a new generation. In the image models, you can control the seeds so you can get the same image every time, which is really cool to think about with seeds, because then you think about like, is there some gigantic catalog of images? Like seed 1 is the same as seed 2. Like seed 2 is different, but seed 1, if you use the same seed number, it's always seed 1. So it's interesting. All right, so here's our song. All right, so given the unique context, in essence of Thunder Rolls, so it picked song 1, Thunder Rolls by Garth Brooks. Song 2 is Myra Lambert, The House That Built Me. And then the last one is Whiskey Lullaby. Come on, man. I freaking love that song.
It's Miranda Lambert. She's really famous.
I've never heard Miranda Lambert, but I've definitely cried a couple times about Whiskey Lullaby, you know.
So I actually put the songs in mine, so I didn't have it generate songs, and it created me a new song.
Nice. All right, so I have a new song. On the edge of town where the shadow blends with doubt, the wind whispers secrets, and the only language our sorrow spells out. She watches the storm clad the gallows with her heart inside. All right, like this sounds like it's like he left with the dawn on the path of. This sounds like it's like almost like the Thunder Rolls style where it's like he's cheating. And like, you know, and like.
He's really cheating with rodeo, though.
Yeah. He's cheating with rodeo.
Wow. Yep, the Thunder Rolls.
Yeah, so this is actually a pretty decent song. Okay, so now we have a song, and it's called Lightning Strikes the Heart by Taylor Rhodes. So if we have a band name, All right, and then we have Dive Into the Heart of the Storm with Lightning Strikes the Heart, the latest hit from the country's Taylor Rhodes, inspired by the new raw emotion of life's toughest moments and the strength found within. The strong pop promises. Come on, this is so much better than I would have wrote on any of my freaking things. Literally, none of my things have descriptions for my songs. I'm going to start using this. All right, so the song touches soul and lifts the spirits. Join Taylor on a journey through love, loss, and redemption, all wrapped up in a melody that echoes the thunderous impact of true country music. Come on. And then here is a whole bunch of awesome freaking keywords that pop just for our thing. Right? In the heart of the storm, she finds her refrain, dive in the emotive journey of Lightning Strikes the Heart, the latest masterpiece from Taylor Rhodes. You could literally think about this. You could have AI identities purely like, and then train a model on a rant like images that you've created that aren't a real person. And then inside here, you're able to reproduce your person inside. I think I might even create a fake avatar. I don't know. Like, this is weird.
So eventually you'll be able to create a video and a picture from this album cover and a picture. Can you do that right now? Like,
Yeah.
can I do it with these instructions?
Yeah, so totally. I mean, it won't create it in here, but we could have it where it will describe it for us. So if you wanted to, like, you could go,
go over to AI images and put it in.
Yeah, you could go back, and say,
prompt for album
cover, and then now it will say it, and then, prompt for images for social media.
Prompt for text to video. For music video.
Prompt for text to music video. That sounds cool because we're gonna have that soon.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, literally every single time you hit it, it's a brand new one. I don't want to get rid of this because like
that was actually one of my questions. Every time you hit that generate button, where does that get saved?
It's going to be somewhere soon.
Yes, it should be in your documents. However, I believe right now, so if I click on country song creator, so you see right here, it's in our documents,
but not the prompt or the prompt. Well, the prompt is in the back end. I see.
Yeah, the prompt is in the custom commands, but as soon as you hit it and you do that test in there, and now when I have that country creator, here's the song saved, okay, in your documents.
Okay.
And if it's not in your documents, what you can always do is you can go to that little recent tab and find it there.
So if I wanted to do the same thing with a podcast, I would just put podcast in and I would focus it on podcast. And
yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Okay. Yep. Just create a new custom command for podcasting because I have like 7 podcasts, right? And I do them all the time and I'm consistently doing this work. So to be able to just say, here you go.
Yep. 100%. And here's the cool thing is you could also embed this instantly onto your website. So if you have it on your website where you're already interacting, you could embed it. It also makes it where people sign up and they get credited under your affiliate link if they ever join through this. There's also a dedicated web page just for this. So if you wanted to send it to a friend and say, hey, check this out, you could also do that too. Right, for all of these custom commands, and you can embed this whole website on your website,
and you can track the people that come onto that website.
100%. The affiliate right here, I have all the visits and tracks and stats per basically custom command for you, and then you have all the emails for all the people that actually joined through those, and then what page they joined through, and then you could download those anytime and send the emails too. So. That's all the nerdy affiliate marketing stuff that we've added a long time ago.
But that's not even really affiliate anymore. That's more of a, I don't even think we would consider that affiliate, do we?
I mean, it's affiliate because if you use the new affiliate program that we set up and you use your affiliate link, it will be all connected. Everything is connected.
Okay.
Yeah, so I connected everything. So even when it gets paid, I double check and track everything in the affiliate center. We did upgrade the affiliate program from 15% to 50%. And that includes on my AI team too. So it should be a little bit better for you guys. And I pay out a little bit faster too. So
that's nice of you. Okay, I have one more question about this.
Yeah.
Okay, so our prompt originally was you take 3 songs and turn it into a new country hit. So if I was going to create a new one for a podcast and I don't want it to turn into anything, I say you take this podcast and give me all this information.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then down there, I put the podcast in. Like I will put the text of the podcast in, right? And then it will give me all that information.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what I've been doing. Okay. I got you. Thanks.
And then here's the cool thing is inside your AI chats too, because you're going to need this more often, right? So a lot of times you're going to like, okay, like, right. Like you just click this little like funky little fork button. And then now you have all your custom commands here. Like I have the country song creator here. And then I could literally hit generate here. And what it's going to do, it's going to cross-reference now my business and the chat. So now if you have it like where you create a custom command, you could switch between businesses. And then that will be like a podcast for different businesses, and now it will add your call to action at the end. It will add this, and it will put it in your chat. So if you ever say, okay, like now make it into a death metal song, it will know what make it into a death metal is, right? What it is. And it will have the reference from your chat prior.
So you could just like, in theory, you could take a whole Taylor Swift song and turn it into a death metal song album.
Yeah,
and that would be totally legal.
Definitely.
Interesting.
Yep.
Justin Bieber says, yeah. I'm going to take all Beyonce's new songs, right? And write 32 wagons instead of 16 carriages.
Yeah. And this makes it where you can do it really fast.
I got you. Okay. Wowzers.
Have you guys listened to Callan's newest song?
Dude, I was listening to it on my way home from like dropping my kids off at school today, dude. Like I love his new song.
Boogeyman?
So
yeah, Boogeyman.
So
yep.
yeah.
So listen.
Nice.
So listen. I went to go ask Alexa to play "Decent," and because in the post it said "Decent," so I said, Alexa, play "Decent" by or play Boogeyman by Decent, and she's like, I can't find that. And then Callan said it was Descent. I was like, oh. I was like, you missed an S there. And he's like, thanks for telling me.
He spelled it wrong.
And there we go with AI.
That's legend.
A bad game of telephone. It's like a bad game of AI.
All right, so here's what's cool, right? So inside the chat, you can see right here, but in the song now, it plugged in my AI team.
Nice.
Right. So like if you are working with a company and you just want to use this again, well, like here it is. Right. And like it plugs it all in for you, and so it kind of, and look, ready to take your content level, and it plugged in the email. Here's the link to the thing. And then it says, PS, use my AI team. Like, so you could use this to create a lot of content that is personalized to what you're trying to do. So you're able to have someone basically copy. You could do, my idea is I have to do this fast enough that I build a system. And then once I start making enough money from it, that it pays itself off, then I hire someone to do my system is my thought pattern. So, yeah. So now we have a little song, right? So this little produce a brand new song, right? And then I take this over to Suno and then I create a song in Suno. Once the song is done, then I publish that song onto DistroKid and I make the album art in here, right? So I come back in here and I quickly make the album art for us, right? And then I make the album art for whatever it is. If you click right here, AI prompt library, there is the community prompts. There's prompts that are like already pre-built albums, right? So it's like Munchie's album art cover, and then you could switch out the words that aren't relevant to you, right? So I'll put EDM, and then this one would be, Thunder Rolls. And then once I have an image, then I have everything I need to do to make that video. Okay. And then I'm able to go into the AI video creator and I have basically all the missing pieces now, right? I have the video. Once this produces the video, then I can upload that video to YouTube. Look at that. That's a cool one.
I cannot wait until I'm gonna butcher it because I don't. They made it close to Suno.
Sora.
Dude,
it's gonna be right in here. Like literally, we're gonna be able to create like 1 to 2 minute videos of literally where it's just like make a music video and here's my lyrics of what to do with it, and it just does it all, man. Like I've also saw like that's a cool one.
Oh, that one's cool.
Oh, like that.
right?
Mhm.
So I've also saw where it so now I could download this, right? And then I could go to AI video creator, and then I could go to here, images. I could upload my image, right? And my download, and then I could upload my music, right? And then obviously it would be the music from that we created from Suno. Okay. And then once that turned green, now it says make video. And then over here in our AI images, in a few seconds, it's going to be right here. Now it takes the video and this image and it puts it together, or that MP3, and then it makes a video out of it. Now, if you go to like something like Iron Maiden or like YouTube, and then we look at like Iron Maiden, obviously we're comparing ourselves to legends, right? But Iron Maiden, The Trooper, or just any of them, well, every single one of their videos, I would say not everyone, but most of their videos are literally just the video with, or just the audio with an image over it, the album image.
Yep.
That's it. Nothing else. So you can look at this 8.5 million, obviously because they're freaking legends, but people like listening to their song. But I feel like this was published 4 years ago. Let's get our stuff published and see what happens in 4 years. You know what I mean? Like that's the difference. Well, like I have 30 something songs already. I need a video for every single one of those songs to be uploaded on here. Because if you look inside my analytics for this AI channel, it says over here, and then it says analytics, because I've been doing this. We have our research tab. Well, guess what? People are searching Iron Maiden AI generated metal. You see that? AI generated metal. That's a freak.
Wow.
Somebody's searching that. So that means people want to hear this. Like they actually want to hear it. Like classic rock AI cover, right? AI songs. People are searching this stuff. So you just have to start creating your content. Look, AI generated Metallica song. So now you could say AI generated song that sounds like Metallica, right? Like, and now you're getting picked up. AI generated YouTube channels, AI generated album covers. Like these are all things that people are searching up that you just have to be putting your stuff in front of, and then you get paid on it, you know? So AI generated country song, right? There you go. People are searching that.
So Jeff, I kind of have, it's kind of a step back of what we're talking about right now. In my so are you familiar with Canva at all?
Yeah, I hate using Canva, but sometimes I have to.
Okay, so there is a tool inside Canva, and if we got it into my AI team, I would drop Canva completely.
What is it?
So inside Canva right now, if I go into Canva, so let's say I generate a logo and it's misspelled. I can go into Canva and change the wording and make it to where, so let's say they misspelled count with 2 T's, and I could go into Canva and take out that extra T or add text.
It's a really powerful tool. I was using it yesterday actually on some of my stuff because there's a magic eraser, but there's also like a whole other app where you just can you click on the words and it like lets you redo it. It's probably wild.
Yeah,
that's legit. Yeah.
That's how I was doing the text changing. It really is it's called Magic Text Grab. It's amazing.
Yeah,
Magic Text.
If we got that into my AI team, that would make it.
Yeah, that'd be legend.
That'd be powerful.
Well, it just saves lots of money and time, right? Because my first album cover was really what I wanted, and so then I generated a bunch of albums. But then I was like, oh my gosh, if I could do that, like I didn't realize I could do that, right? And I was like, oh my gosh. So
I didn't realize you could do it until I came across it through YouTube. So I was like, well, I need this in my AI team so I can just drop this.
yeah, dude, there's a couple guys on YouTube that are just balls to the wall adding tools, right? They only know about tools. They're not the Jeff that puts it all together. They're just like, here's this, here's this, here's this. And they are fascinating.
Yeah, I love that. Like for me, like once I learned how to do software development, I've been the guy that's like, oh, look at all the tools that I could add. And so I would love to figure out how they did that and then add it, because if Canva could do it, I believe I could do it, right? Like that's how I've always felt with anything. Exactly. Can I do it like a second? No, I use theirs because they're freaking legend. One day I'm going to freaking add that because that would be so incredibly helpful. Like, because there's a lot of times I literally have to press generate over and over and over and over and over and over. I mean, but these little icons turned out really cool, you know?
Yeah, no, those did turn out awesome.
Yeah. I was overhearing somebody complain that they're like, it costs so much money to draw custom icons and blah, 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 blah. And then I'm like, I didn't even listen. I didn't even like try to sell them on my AI team. I just went and made it myself. And I just like, oh, yeah, that's cool, man. Like,
Sell it to them.
yeah. And then now it's in here, and now I have little custom icons on my thing, and I feel that's cool.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Cool. I have to hire someone to draw them, and I'm a really bad drawer. So yeah. So ultimately that's the idea, is once you create the music, my idea is, okay, we have something that we can have a machine that we can just press buttons with. What systematic things can we do? The happy birthday songs, that was just kind of idea. Basically, everyone, you could see this one has 130 views. We're tracking it through the affiliate link, and I'm able to pay the person that's doing this. My idea is I'm able to pay them by splitting the affiliate commission right now. So the way the deal that we have is I only made one of these so far, this one. They did all the other ones for me because I set up the system. They basically they made the song for me. They wrote the song using the AI custom command. They published it on Suno. They published it to DistroKid. Now check this out, right? It's on now DistroKid. All these songs, every song on DistroKid, by the way, has to be longer than a minute. Otherwise, it will be this little green, yellow color, okay? So it has to be, it won't publish, okay? So that was underneath. So now you see, so now I'm publishing songs. I don't, like, do I really care if I get paid off of, like, Baby Shark? Like, whoever gets paid off of the Baby Shark song, it makes millions.
Millions.
Millions. I don't care if I make millions off Happy Birthday. I don't care. I'm trying to put cups down in the rain that make me money while I'm chilling in Cabo. I don't care what the cup looks like right now. I don't. I'm trying to find something that AI can do over and over and over, that I'm leveraging AI to the max, that I'm able to produce. Well, now I'm making songs. So this is on 25 platforms. Cool. This will make money one day. This takes 2 months to pay out. That's way too long for my life. I don't have time for these songs to pay out in 2 months. So guess what? So I went over here and I started making a YouTube channel to publish the songs. Well, now hopefully YouTube will pay off, right? YouTube has it where you can get paid from YouTube, and then that will pay off over time, right? They have a little earn. Like, I'm at like 200 subscribers. Like, it's getting there. You know what I mean? Like,
you could also leverage TikTok. So since you're making these videos on YouTube, what you could do is make shorts, make them shorts and put them onto TikTok, because TikTok now allows you to have, I think, 2 to 3 minute videos. So you could most definitely do that. You could use the shorts, so you could also do TikTok and also Reels.
Yeah, TikTok actually will let you do 10 minutes if you have enough followers. I have 50,000 on TikTok, so this is my plan, right? I'm like trying to figure out how to launch all my albums on my birthday, March 2nd, and use TikTok.
Yeah, so I would say make shorts, make Reels, Facebook, Instagram, right? Because that same video can be published on all of those platforms. So now here's what I did, right? So check this out, right? If you're going to do this systematically, you need to have a system, okay? So I went to Google Drive, and I went and created me a song spreadsheet.
An SOP?
Yep.
Or no?
I was just going to say an SOP, because that would be sick.
We need an SOP. We could ask Siri to write, or Alexa, whatever the hell this girl's name is, to write one.
Right. So now we have a song spreadsheet, and here's what I done. Right. So we're going down, and right now we have a system where it's like we have the names. You might have something different. You might not be trying to do birthday names. And if you do birthdays, that's cool. Right? Like, because I guarantee our songs are going to be 100% different than your songs. That's fine. You know how many people have birthdays and want a birthday song, and they probably listen to those ugly birthday songs that are already on there and be like, these are terrible. There's like 10 people even ranking for them. You know, there's not a lot of competition. If you want it, dive in, because here's the person that you're competing against is yourself, because who could press the button? Like, sometimes you have to have the motivation to even push the button. The reason I'm not personally feeling like this is because sometimes I don't feel like I feel like my life has to have meaning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to just do something because it's a button, but I'll pay someone to do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'll split 50-50. You see how it says splits added and splits accepted? So here's what we do. We create the song, They pick the name, then we do the YouTube link, then we do it published to DistroKid, then we add the splits added. The splits added is because I'm also giving them 50-50 on the song because they're helping me write it. So they're making it's kind of like a win-win for long-term vision, right? And then they have a splits added to make sure that they accepted the splits. And this on their YouTube link, it actually is their affiliate link. All right. If you guys were to partner with somebody and be like, hey, let's also promote Jeff's course, go grab an email that's just for this and then split that revenue. That's just for that one account with that one person. You know what I mean? So then you're tracking just from their stuff. So if you were to systematically do that, go ahead.
Here's another question. Could you do this in actually, you know what? Never mind. I just forgot what I was going to ask.
Okay, good, because I got a question too. You have an SOP. So I want to do this to the best of my abilities on the second when I launch my songs. I've never launched a song before. I would love to see Jeff's SOP of here is what I feel like is the best way to do this, because I could do it right my way, but I'm in this class because I want to do it your way. And you've already done it. So I want a very step-by-step, just here's exactly what you do, right? And whether you ask
framework
based on you or whatever, but that seems like a really important thing for me, right?
Yeah. All right. So I'm actually going to put Instagram Reels here first because your Instagram shares it to Facebook. Okay. Instagram. All right. Whatever. All right. Instagram. All right. TikTok. Twitter /X. And then I also do it on LinkedIn because,
that's probably a really good place. A lot of people are really interested in things there. They're like, what?
I more do it because I just feel like they're over there bored as heck at work.
Me too, yeah. Exactly.
And then the only thing that they're allowed to sign into is LinkedIn. So, and however you spell LinkedIn, don't judge me, guys. All right. I'm heavily reliant on AI. All right. All right. So now we have, all right. So this is, you need to have this is where I do, right? So I have my songs published here. Insert a little checkbox. And essentially, what I'm doing with these is these are the platforms, right? So obviously you want to create the song. So whatever your song name is going to be over here. So I'll send you guys a copy of this spreadsheet in this review, okay? And I would consider this my SOP, right?
Okay.
Because this is essentially a checklist of this is what needs to be done every single time. There's actually one more thing that I'm going to add a column before here.
I want an SOP that's you make the song in this, then you move the song to this, then you publish the song on DistroKid. It has to be longer than 60 seconds. Then you publish it in all of these places that you have right here, right? The
Yes.
SOP from the top to the bottom where you're you have to put it on AI or you have to put it on YouTube, right? Me thinking in my brain, I cannot forget this part. And I'm thinking, okay, I need an SOP that's going to allow me to see what my best version is of launching songs in a couple days.
Okay, so do you
I know
want,
that's not your favorite thing is paperwork, but
no, say it again.
even if we sat here right now and just did it quick, it would be easier.
Yeah, say it again. Say exactly what you want. Do I only have half of it right here?
Yeah, because the first part is you generate a song with Suno, or you use your articulate command, whatever this thing is, right? I use my pre-prompt to generate my songs from Suno. I put my songs in Suno. I download my songs from Suno and I put them, here, la.
Yes.
You're going to know more than I am at this point after that, right?
Yes. Okay, so you're even talking. Okay, that is so freaking awesome. So we
You're
have
freaking awesome.
All right, so absolutely. So that is the full system, start to finish. I was almost jumping of in order to do this, you kind of already needed to do all of that.
The high level shit here. This is second SOP.
Okay. Yes. All right. So absolutely, I'm going to make it by the end of the day that whole SOP is on the replay of this video. Okay.
Thank you.
And then you guys can download it, and then you guys could literally send it to a VA, and your VA should be able to watch the video and the training and be able to do everything start to finish.
So
Okay.
should yours. That's amazing.
So I actually, I remember what I was going to ask you, Jeff. So there's a bunch of different, so Mr. Beast, for an example, he's got a bunch of different channels. he's got a bunch of different channels that are what do they call it? In different languages.
Yes.
So what you could do is in with the AI generated birthday songs, you could have it in different languages. That way, people could enjoy it in their own language.
Like Austin,
Yeah.
just you making birthday songs in Spanish, like that would dominate. Like that's just a whole nother niche. And then you just tell people click on the link if they want to go in here, and then they have a you know what I mean? Like
And you can tell them in Spanish because that's what's going on right now. Like in the Western world, if I could produce all this in Spanish, I probably would be more popular.
Yeah, just to go off what Austin was saying, I think that's Mr. Beast. That's his secret to his success is that he has all his content in like 6 different languages, and so that's why he's one of the top.
He also
YouTubers.
has a bunch of different types of channels. That's another thing that you could leverage. So let's say we wanted to make just AI generated music videos. You could have a channel with only AI generated music videos. And when Sona or whatever it's called comes out with their platform, you could have their own. You could have that own like a designated channel for that.
For real. Yeah, 100%.
I'm just over here thinking long term. I'm in the I'm a part of like community theater, and they're like, we want to write our own play, and I'm like, well, I can have an AI write a play for us, and they're like, that's fine, and we'll just edit it from there.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
This is something I want to address really quick though. So like you're telling them, I'm gonna have an AI write it for you, but it's actually your intellectual property.
100%.
Right? Like you would own that play.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
Yeah. I just am sharing like from my brain because sometimes I see people that are like, well, AI generated that. I'm like, actually, I generated that.
So I actually told them like I can write a play for you guys, and they're like, that's fine. And when I got home, I was working on generated play.
That's a
nice. Go ahead, Austin.
Super cool.
You could literally do a play and then add this, make a music soundtrack to them. Like you know how like the like most plays have musicals. And then you like,
yeah, that's a good idea.
Where it's like you bust out the whole musical for them too, and it's like
dude, you could take Hamilton and turn it into something else, right? I mean, there's a lot of interesting things.
Dear Evan Hansen, yep, you can do a bunch of different things.
And then at the door, everyone could like scan to download and buy the album from buy this album from iTunes.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah. There's a platform out there that I'm diving deep into. Not trying to plug or anything, but Flutterflow, you can build mobile apps with it right now, and I'm kind of diving deep into so we're doing a lot with this AI generated stuff. What if we had like a marketplace with AI generated services specifically?
I wonder how long it will take for Fiverr to have that, or if they do.
They already do, but I mean,
no, I'm just curious. I think that's a really good idea, and I think it's good. Most people aren't comfortable working on Fiverr. Most business professionals are still.
Yeah.
It's a lot of tech guys working on Fiverr, getting Fiverr to do whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed. So all right, I'm gonna work on this SOP. Sure. I think this is a really good idea. I think this is gonna help everyone create hopefully systematic songs, but also keep track of your songs, because here's what I added is this DMI, right? That's where you accept like the long-term royalties. I'm going to put it on here just so I know in the future, like
I think BMI, right? BMI?
BMI.
Yeah, I thought it was BMI.
Okay. It's okay. It's BMI.
I was going to say DMI. That looks interesting.
I'll go to the doctor with DMI. It's fine.
You guys are the best.
Hey, it's okay. I tried looking up a music video today, and Alexa told me it wasn't right.
Yeah.
Like desert and dessert. One letter off.
Yep.
The only way I know how to spell dessert is because you want more of.
Yep. That's the only.
Yeah. It has 2 S's.
That's good.
I always felt bad with the kids with diabetes. Don't hate me, because I was like, "Why are you teaching them this? No, you don't want more of the." Don't teach them that. Like I felt bad. Make friends all. Yeah. Appreciate.
Oh, that's so funny.
So, Jeff, I guess one question I have for you is how are you implementing? So you're saying you're getting deep into deep into Python. How are you moving from or implementing it from the building that to implementing it into like a no code solution?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked, man. All right, so inside what's called Replicate, right? So replicate.com is a giant place that they have a ton of models. Okay. So, and I say models, I don't mean just AI models, right? If you go to the explore page, like there's sticker makers, there's different AI image generators, right? This one right here is lightning 4 steps. So this produces images in 3 seconds, right? So there's just a ton of stuff, right? There's Whisper, right? Which is what I use for our thing, right? Like there's a ton of like different models in here. But really what a model means is really it's behind the scenes, there's code running, and that code returns an input and an output. So for me, I've been learning something called Docker, super nerdy stuff, but essentially I just want to take a code that I create, because here's the cool thing, AI could code for us, right? So that means I could have AI code and I could have it, you see how this is image to audio video? Well, this takes an MP3 and an image and it merges it together. Well, where I got that model was Replicate, right? So Replicate actually has this model and I'm able to use that model on Replicate, and somebody else uploaded that and it makes it where it does that. All I have to do is call an API.
So that's all it is APIs?
That's all it is, an API, man, right? So you can see right here, right? This little like playground, you see how it says input and then it says output, right? Well, behind the scenes, there's a code that just says, hey, take these inputs, which is going to be an image and an audio, and then give me an output of a video. Well, AI could write me the code to do those things. So I could now, when you guys say, hey, I need, like, for me, I get a lot of times the end of the song is just quiet for 10 seconds. Well, I now have to go into some other software and cut that freaking 10 seconds. But I don't have a go-to software that I do that. Well, I would just rather pop it into my AI team, click the button and says trim. And then what do you want to, how long do you want to make your song? And then you just click the little slider and then you hit cut and then it puts your song there and then you're done. You know, like I could make that, I could have AI code us that. And then I could soon upload this to Replicate. So then all of a sudden it will be a thing, right? You see how this says name, and then if I hit run, it will run this, and in a few seconds it will say Renee is awesome, right? But this just says hello world, right? So that all that is doing is just, that's the very basic. Well, I haven't even done this part. As soon as I could do this part where it does the hello world, which I am right now 4 minutes and 59 seconds in a video, but really I'm like 6 hours into this 4-minute video.
Yeah, I know how that works.
Like he's just like, oh yeah, do this. And I'm like, what are you doing? Where are you even doing that at?
Yep.
So I'm stumbling through this little part. However, I'm like, my screen looks like his screen right now. You know, so I'm confident in that I'm going really, I'm close. And as soon as I'm able to do that, well, then all of a sudden we're able to create little song cutters and we're able to do lyrics on them. We're able to put multiple videos together. Like we're able to do so much more in my AI team. And I'm finally able to connect the code to the front end of no code is what we're getting close to. And so I feel like this is almost 18, 19 months in the process since I originally had this desire. And I'm finally at the point where like, all right, we're getting there. This is making sense. And everyone that I met online, they're like, oh yeah, I could do that. That's easy. And then I actually talked to them and they're like, yeah, I don't know how to do that. And I'm like, all right. So it's just been a journey. So
yeah, man.
But I also see Chris showing up. What up, Chris? Good to see you, man. So yeah, it's been a long journey. Man. A lot of development stuff, and we're getting close. And then my nerdiness could really shine because then I'm able to connect what the AI could code, and I just have to tell the AI code this for me, and it will write the code. And I'll practice. I'll make the code work, and then I'll make it where it's an API, and then soon it'll be in my AI team.
So here's a question. I think I've already asked you about this. Is there a way we could implement So there's this software out there. I don't remember what it's called. Actually, I'll look it up right now so I can tell you. I can't think of what it is off the top of my head, but there is a software out there that allows you to build your own AI agents and have them in the back. So let's say you're working with a client on building them a software. In my AI team, there'll be my agents that are constantly doing research, development, whatever, and inside my AI team without you even touching it. Have you thought about implementing those?
Yeah, I have. Now, here's what's really cool, right? So my AI team, the chat model, it uses the latest chat model, so it's the latest brain. But what it doesn't use is something called the Assistant API. All right.
Okay.
And the Assistant API is really fancy. Okay. I would almost have to redo my whole chat system, which is one day going to be done. However, this part, what I'm doing right now, where I could do API calls and all this stuff, there's something inside the chat models called functions. All right. So the functions are the AI's ability to run a code. So if like a code like that, so it's basically an API call, right?
Yeah.
So it's an API call. So the AI is able to run an API call. Well, I'm able to now build those APIs, so the AI can now call those things. Look at Jim in space. What's up, man? That's where we're gonna go with this, right? So yeah. So right now my AI team doesn't have it. However, those things are really powerful, and you could build your whole own software, chatbot software.
So the software is actually called fine-tuner.ai.
Oh yeah, nice.
It's a so they actually, this guy, you're probably following him on what is it called, Twitter. His name's JJ Engelhart. He actually he went and interviewed someone, and their front end is on Bubble, and the back end is a bunch of different stuff. But one of the guys built it was called whatever I just told you. And yeah, and he literally was able to build that inside it like without any problems. And now they have an API and a bunch of different stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, Fine-Tuner is pretty legend. Indeed.
Yeah, the AI I wouldn't mind building, but it would probably piss off all my fitness friends. No, I do. I was thinking, I mean, you got all these people. I do a lot of med spas. So there's a lot of weight loss, and a lot of people don't know how to run weight loss on Facebook, which you can. It's not hard just doing it. But I was like, if you can come up with an AI that combines all of these, like MyFitnessPals, everything, but have the AI talk with them, not talk, but type back, give me your macros, tell me how much you weigh, how tall are you, how are this, that. Let it spit out. The selling proposition would be something like, why pay thousands of dollars to fitness coaches? Just pay a one-time monthly fee, and everything will be sent to you. Workouts, whether it's home or gym, they can choose. I want home workouts. I want gym workouts. This is the kind of food I have in my house. What can I make? You know what I mean? And just have all that combined. I have no clue how to do that, but
Smart. Good idea.
About it.
Yeah, absolutely. I even think you could have it where you could upload your progress, and then the AI could analyze those images, and it could give you results based off your previous results, like all of that stuff.
Yeah, the school system in general should be using this. Like, this is definitely where we're headed with people that know what they're doing in private schools. On that model that you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's like the AI assistants. So here's what's cool. If you guys get with Callan is my other developer, right? He's like the guy I use for all the hard stuff I don't do. He's working on a software right now that is going to make it where you guys could upload your data, just like Austin's talking about, and then install a chatbot on any of your websites. And so,
yeah, I was talking to him about that the other day.
And now he's just doing it for a general one. But what Chris is saying is you could totally build a software where it's just for fitness. And then the whole thing is branded just for that. There's little buttons just for that, like upload your image.
Right.
macros.
And then charge like $27 a month, and they don't have to pay. These guys, I've done ads for fitness coaches, and these guys are charging $400 and $500 a month for fitness coaching, which is nothing that, and I'm being honest, I'll never do a fitness coach again, just because I understand it ain't nothing I couldn't have went and got online myself.
Yeah.
It's kind of just.
But if we could get the AI to kind of like GHL, how it prompts and just says, "Hey, just wanted to check in on you today. Make sure that did you eat right? Did you get your 100 ounces of water in? Did you do this? Did you do this?" Man, if you could get that to do that and figure out a way, I would need somebody to pick my brain, and we can come up with a development. And I'll honestly, anybody who wants to do it, but I think that could be. It's such a huge market. Weight loss fitness is huge.
I was actually talking to someone about doing something similar to that, but it's kind of in that model. But so basically what it is a phone number that you subscribe to, and they are text. So you get text messages from your phone from that bot, and that bot will be basically like talking to you like, how is your day going? What did you eat? Type stuff. That's not exactly what it's saying. This one's for a lawyer to just like a personal pocket in your pocket lawyer. But that's, you could just honestly integrate, use Twilio and a bunch of different stuff. I'm already doing it. So that type of stuff is super easy to me. And I'm part of the, I know some coding, and I know coding, but I also am deep into the no code stuff. So yeah, that stuff is, I love building that type of stuff.
So that type of app would be no code or code?
You could implement it with, honestly, both.
Because I'm like super novice to all of this. Like my main interest would be three things: like how fast would you be able to build it, how much would it cost for you to do it, and then how much would it be for maintenance?
Right.
That'd be my main questions.
Yeah. Like this is one of those things. So like that type of app is so like, you could get like a basic framework of a chat bot working back and forth, like really simple. It depends on what kind of like if you're hiring or if you're learning it yourself, so there's just different learning curves, but you could probably get an MVP within a month or two, whether
not
you're
even
hiring, somebody. And I would recommend using Bubble for it. Everything that you could do that we're just talking about with that type of app, you could build entirely in Bubble.
Yeah, of course.
100%. No code. Yeah. You don't need code for any of that.
Well, I'm speaking for people like myself who has ADD. Everything you just said, it might as well be Mandarin. So
yeah.
I'm staying in my lane, so I would rather pay somebody to do it right, and I'm not going to stress my brain cells out.
Totally.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I said, I love building that type of stuff. It could be something as simple as it could be something as simple as you subscribe, like a interface where you subscribe to a phone number, and then the phone number sends you a text message every once in a great while, or every day, or every 2 times a day to communicate with you.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I feel like I would launch that as a chat bot, like a fitness like a pocket fitness pal. And then it would be like a pocket chat bot that would eventually turn into an app.
That's another good idea. Yeah.
And then what I would do is I would charge a monthly fee, but make it where they bring their own API key type thing, or something, where they get their own like key. So then it's not costing me, or I'd probably, and then I could even sell lifetime deals with it,
Yeah.
And then it's like 190, like 200 a year or 200 for lifetime. And then they pay for lifetime, but they bring their own API key type thing, and then they pay for what they use, and then I don't have costs on my end as far as like software development costs, like software reoccurring costs that will hurt me long term, and then just make it where they have an app. And then
financially, software developers will probably beat me to it. But you could go so far with that. I knew what the coach did for me, and they got weekly check-ins. You have to load in your pictures. It's like you said, and images. Hey, you did a great job this week. It looks like your inflammation went down on your back. I did notice your measurements were a little bit high here, but hey, how was your water intake? How was this? How was that? Or if they go to a restaurant and they say, hey, this is all I have to choose from. What do you think? And
Here's the menu. Boom.
And the app pops back, says, you probably want to order this. Ask if they can cook it in butter and not oil.
That's dope.
I mean, it would be sick, and then they wouldn't have to pay thousands and thousands of dollars a month. And I mean, let's think about it. If you charge $20 a month and had 10,000 people nationwide on the app, where are we at?
Right. Yeah.
That's definitely where it's going. So
Yeah.
like if you were like to take I don't know, like Jillian Michaels, right? She's like first one popped into my head. She can do this, charge less for it, and she can still make money on it, but people will buy it because she's already known.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And so that's definitely that's a market right there. Awesome.
Yeah, just
Building that for fitness people.
Yep.
You know?
I know.
We can do anything.
And then
the
what?
problem.
Okay, you're giving me ideas as to where you could have it to where people could white label it in a sense and throw in their own data in. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'll build it.
I don't know. I got off on a tangent. I know we were talking about. I went straight from music to weight loss, but
That's okay.
Dude, weight loss music is a thing.
yeah,
What?
workout tracks.
Yeah, little workout tracks in the background for them.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I mean, like, here's the
I wasn't sure if Ashley was still on. Ashley, when we all were talking about images earlier, I put an image. I sent it to you on Facebook because I couldn't send it here. Didn't know how. I just did a Canva image of the Thunder Rolls. It was kind of cool. I just wanted to show it to you. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, show your screen. I want to see.
Oh, I'll share it. I mean, I don't. It was just a simple. I did it in Canva. It's that right there. If it'll open.
There you go.
Nice.
That's what's up.
Now, do something for me because I want to just show Jeff. Go to the apps.
Oh, where you at here?
And then, you probably don't. You probably don't have premium, do you?
I do have premium. I haven't played in the app section.
Click on the text.
This here?
There's search Canva text or search, like search.
No. Click the Thunder Rolls.
Click on the picture.
Oh,
Yep.
Magic Right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, Magic Right. Where did? Yeah. No.
Sprinkle fairy dust. Fix spelling, huh? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And does it?
Oh,
really
so that's new.
fix the spelling on that on any of those that are turned like that?
It will. Yeah. It will fix it.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna add that anytime. So that's pretty.
Tempest Roars.
Wait, I thought you meant that it will fix it like on a still image.
You can edit it.
Can I show you on my screen?
Yeah, let me stop sharing for sure.
That's
I
helpful.
thought you might like that image, Ashley. That's the only reason I shared it.
I love it. I've been here. I'm in and out. I got people yelling at me like, "What are you doing on the phone?" I'm like, "I'm on my AI caller." Like, "What the hell is an AI?" I'm like, "Oh my god."
I used to listen to a lot of Garth Brooks. So when I was listening to Garth Brooks, I said, let me make a real quick Thunder Rolls and see what it looks like.
Let's go.
Wow, you guys just all froze.
You froze.
No, you froze.
Let's all
You fresh.
just play with them and I'll freeze.
Who's frozen? I'm moving.
Perfect moment to flip somebody off. It would have just froze.
Wow. Okay, that took forever. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me just pull this up real quick.
Oh my god.
I was playing with an Hagian the other day, and man, that thing's kind of powerful too.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Okay, dude, I was playing with what is it called, Gemini? what the fuck is wrong with that thing? No, it like 3 things. I was like trying to get a picture of George Washington for this thing that I'm doing, and it gave me black George Washington. First of all, it was like everything was like not being great. Like I was like, what the hell? This thing has been programmed, and the people that were with me were like, "See, we told you it has a bias," and I was like, "Oh my god." I'm not a huge Gemini, so I do not recommend that for.
That's some lost
things that are
history.
specific.
That's cool.
Fuck, dude. I was like, oh, here, okay. I'm just gonna bypass all this because I ran for governor of Idaho. Watch out. Last year in 2022, I ran for governor of Idaho, right up against my incumbent governor. And so I've been trying to figure out how to get cannabis into Idaho, and this is part of it. So I was using that to show them about George Washington. They're like, never mind.
Maybe I thought you meant George Washington Carver.
Whatever it did, it was all of the presidents. I asked it to make all the presidents. They were all black, just so you know. I can show it to you, but I can't. Like, it was awesome, though. I was like, I knew you'd. I was like, I should show this. I thought of you. I was like, I should show this to Justin.
If you literally put that into a reel where it's all the 50 presidents in like made by Gemini AI, that would go mega viral. And then put it to your song and like put a song that says Gemini is racist or something.
Yeah, like I feel like
It's
about being a white girl. Like people have so much bias against me. I'm not kidding you. It's unbelievable. And I've never talked about it openly, but that's a good idea to put it in a song.
That would
Just do it.
And then make it go viral, yeah. And then just make that thing go like
Black
all the
presidents?
Yeah, Black Presidents. That'd be such a cool song. Like called Black Presidents.
Okay.
Oh
And
dang.
if he wants to collab, I'll do it with him.
I think Obama would hate it though.
Yeah, but Justin, you probably have to be my partner, so we're.
You could do a vibe one.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you could just
the
put
whole
me there.
song just be crazy. Like, hey, how are you doing today? Did you know a hurricane's coming? Hey, just go off on a tangent with all kinds of stuff coming out.
Did you know
Never mind, sorry. I gotta stop.
It's real though.
Oh, I did use the app a while ago. Also, it did colorize on that image, and then it did lightning bolts. So now it's actually looks even cooler.
I can't wait to see what Austin's got cooking.
Yeah, what you got, Austin? We just see a Canva, pick a page. All right, there you go.
So let's say I created this with image with what is it called? With ChatGPT. So I'm gonna hit grab text.
We can only see your Canva screen, but it's like it's like the pick any image type one.
Oh, share this tab.
There you go.
So
This is cool.
So I'm gonna grab Mystic and let's just change it to
Magic.
Okay, so was that the original font that was from there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty powerful, Jeff. I've been playing with it because I used to make my covers.
Shut up.
I don't have to keep pushing the button. Tired of pushing the button.
That is so crazy. That is the coolest thing I've ever seen with AI. I might like Canva now.
And then I could download it.
I actually love Canva. I just hate that I don't. They're just so good. It's a jealousy thing. That's all.
It's gonna be all right.
I'm writing songs about this. AI jealousy lovers of AI.
Like the fact that you just click on that, it's like, all right, you guys are good. All right, you guys are good. I don't know how you did that, but that's not a no code option. Just to let you know.
And I don't know if you can see that here. Let's stop sharing and let's go. I will just.
Sometimes you just gotta accept some people are better than you, and it hurts. That's right here.
And I told me that, and I said, "No fucking way." Like, what's going on here? What's happening? I asked it to make rodeo people too, and they were all black too. I'm not being rude. I was just like, "What's happening here?" Like, I put in Caucasian white girl, white red hair, green eyes, and it gave me that. But other than that, generally speaking,
at least it didn't deny you like making the.
I said this too. I said, "At least you didn't tell me it couldn't be me."
Like, and then it's like, I just refuse to make white people. It's like
they don't exist.
That's rude, but all right, bye.
I'll get you somewhere, bitch. Bye.
I'm totally fine with it making all the black presidents because I feel like that's a feature, not a bug. You know?
Yeah, it's cool. I think it's super fun and interesting. It was just interesting. I was showing a group of people that I was trying to educate, and that was not the right way to do that.
You're tapping into a market.
Yeah,
we got Black Santa Claus. You know,
I'm in.
Annie.
Black Annie. And Jemima got exiled. They sure had a song about this shit.
that is some BS.
Fuck yeah, it's BS.
You
I
know,
love that
so,
shit.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
I feel like that's a whole niche of music.
Yeah, it is.
And I
Build
think
it
that
up.
you could be super like on time too. Like it's like just in time music. So it's like, all right, like literally like that's a super relevant topic. And now there's a song about it. Like, oh
Yeah.
dang, you know, like, and so it's like that's happening right now. Who just made a death metal song about that? Like what? Like, come on. So I feel like it could be a cool niche.
Yeah.
Don't hate me. I'm gonna make a Sleepy Joe rap.
Let's do
Don't hate
it.
me.
Please, and I
Do
will
it.
share it with all my friends.
Yeah.
I gotta stop playing.
It should start as a lullaby.
Rockabye baby on the tree.
Oh.
I'm done, but I'll show it. I'll show what I was playing with again. Playing with font and playing with the color.
Oh, what? That's
Oh.
cool.
That's sick.
It had
Yeah,
the
Get off.
text.
There we go.
Garth would be proud. There are some of these artists I know are rolling over in their fucking grave and they're alive. I mean, they're like, what the fuck? I've spent billions of dollars on this bullshit over the years, and now you're going to tell me I can do it in one click? I'm pissed, right? Some of them are going to get on board, some are going to be mad.
I could have just paid Chris Bledsoe $500 and he would have built that for me.
Of all people, Garth Brooks, man, he's stingy with his music. Like you can never even play that song anywhere.
He's Ghost.
So-
He had another alter ego. He's a pretty interesting ego dude.
What was it, Chris Gaines?
Super weird.
With
Super
the
weird.
emo hair. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It's that damn old rodeo.
But if he would have had AI, it would have gone better.
Facts. Born at the wrong
Over here,
time.
like, I don't know what y'all guys are talking about.
Oh, you know who Garth
Yeah,
Brooks is,
young
right, Austin?
man.
It's okay. Jeff doesn't know Miranda Lambert. Austin doesn't know Garth Brooks. We're all okay. We're all getting together. This is why we have these groups together. I love school because I'm in definitely several schools with people who are like, you grew up on a horse ranch in Idaho. But yeah, middle of nowhere. I forgot. Like, I think that at some point you have to disregard all your biases and be open and flexible. The most flexible person wins. Person with the most options usually wins first.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Ashley, do you get the comment? I get this all the time. Can you talk for me, please?
I don't get that, but I can change my accent good. So I'm like, hey, y'all, what's up? I'm from Texas, and we're going to have us a party with Miranda Lambert because Jeff has no fucking clue who that is. Bless his heart.
Yeah, I had some lady sit down beside me in Canada one time and just told me to talk. It's just talk.
Can you talk?
I'm sure you can get a lot of things that way.
That's funny. Read this menu for me.
Oh, wow. And then they asked me, do y'all carry knives and guns where you're from? I said, absolutely.
Yes.
I'm still shocked. I was in Vegas for Magic, and I'm still shocked. Like, I had a gun with me, and I mean, this girl was livid. And she was just like, I was like, whoa, girl, my dad's a firearms dealer. Like, let's chill out. It's okay. But it's scary the way that people are nervous around them sometimes.
Well, I never met nobody like that in real life.
You should make an AI with your voice. Sorry, Justin, what'd you say?
No, so I've never met anybody like that in real life.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like just like petrified of guns.
Oh, man, if I took
Yeah.
you, you'd be so sad. It's sad. It's actually really disheartening.
They're
Wow.
like that in Canada, but I mean, but then you'll get off the boat and walk across the lake and 15 people smoking weed on the side of the road. It's kind of like, what's the difference here? You like guns, you like weed. I'm sorry.
We like to sing, right? We want our gay neighbors to have AK-47s and protect their weed cups. Now stop fucking around here and let's go do something that's valuable for society. I get
Yeah.
that's my governor thing, but we still did get weed legal in Idaho. It is still illegal. Let me just tell you how far behind we are.
That's crazy.
We're illegal
Crazy,
here.
right? Governor still put people in
It-
jail getting for their kids.
It's legal here if you're 21.
Yeah, it's legal in Utah.
They're trying to push for legality, but mainly for
Medical. Yeah.
medical.
Yeah, it's necessary for medical.
Oh, I agree. You're not
It's
arguing
necessary
with
for the
me on
state's
it.
revenue.
I told my wife got mad at me the other day when I told her, I said, man, because my son's he's got autism, and I said, you know what? If I knew you didn't care, I'd just go buy him a bag, and he could
Just go buy him some gummies and tell your wife that
Oh,
they're
hell
gummies.
no.
And
I took those things. Them ain't real. Them things will make you sit on the couch.
I can help you dose those. That's
Those
a,
will
that's a
make you sit on the
science.
TV and watch the couch. I took one at a Carolina Panthers game, and I don't even remember being there. I know I was in some dream world somewhere. I have pictures to prove I was there, but I had
Too
to
much,
talk
Chris.
straight
Too
to
much.
walk.
You just
gotta buy
gotta
half
find
the
your
dummy.
strain.
I took one
You gotta
gummy.
find your dream.
Oh my gosh. My son came in one day, I took a gummy and he's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "This is my favorite TV show." He said, "There's nothing on TV at all." It's just, and I'm like, "Dude, this is cool."
It's the
Oh,
same.
dude, I'm serious. It's some messed up gummies. Woo, I'd smoke a pound of weed before I eat a gummy again.
It's funny. Kids that have autism though, like if you give them an indica one, it's amazing to see what happens to their system internally. I'd let you watch some videos on it that would change your mind.
Woo.
Yeah.
It changed my wife's mind. She don't
Listen,
like
I will say,
I'm not in for any wives.
I will say I have a history of having seizures, and I will say that having smoking weed and being able to do that has helped me out a ton.
That's
I
It's
just
like-
believe it. I do.
Yeah, and I wrote
I-
a book about it, about people that have things, and it's out on the internet. It's like Ashley
we're on
Jackson
the weed
Cannabis.
talk.
If you
This is
Google
so
it,
fun.
it's about a kid who has seizures, and they move out of state from Utah because it's still not legal.
I got to start coming to this group more often because I just love our conversations. It's so
Self-help.
we'll talk about work and then all of a sudden we're on some other tangent. It's so I love it.
Yeah.
it's the natural flow, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm serious though. I don't know what they're putting in gummies. Them things are woo.
I wish
Where
they
are you
affect
at?
more, man.
I'm in South Carolina and I bought some. My chiropractor recommended them one time because I get my shoulders hurt sometimes when I work out and stuff. And so I went over there and I grabbed one and it was like Delta 10 or something like that.
Oh,
I chewed like it said chew 2. So I
You gotta
chewed
start
2. He
small,
said,
man.
"Take about an hour to kick in." I said, "Okay." So I chewed 2 and I went to pick up my son from school. And then I got in the parking lot and I said, "Oh hell." And he goes, "What's wrong?" I said, "I got to concentrate. Just be quiet and we're going to try to make it home."
Just be quiet.
And I mean, seriously, I would turn left and then I'm like, "Did I just turn left?" And he goes, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay, I'm just trying." It's vague. It's like, I think I did, but I don't know if I really did.
one thing you could also try for your shoulder is not to down weed or anything, but you could try CBD.
CBD, yeah. I've had some of the other kind of
CBD is not as strong as weed, so those gummies will not be as powerful. I promise.
Yeah.
now don't eat
oh.
none in Charlotte. Charlotte's the worst one. North
Charlotte's
Carolina. Yeah. They were giving them out at the freaking they were giving them out. You put your email address down, they're giving you free samples for we were at a ball where the 49ers played the Panthers. Oh my God. He said, "Take one, but you might want to do it at home." And I'm like, "Yeah, right, okay. I ain't gonna do it at home." I seriously took it. We walked around the freaking stadium and I came back and I sat down at the bar and I looked at him, I said, "Oh hell." He said, "What's going on?" I said, "Well, I can already feel Cottonmouth coming, so this is getting ready to get ugly." And that's when I had to concentrate to walk. I mean, they kicked the field goal straight to me, and my buddy's like, "Get up, catch it." And I said, "Dude, I can't feel my legs. I can't move. I'm not doing nothing." And it just went over my head.
Ah.
But I have pictures, so I know I was there.
Well, for future reference, Chris, I don't know if you know this or not, but if you do it again, if you actually take just regular CBD, it'll lower it, like the effects. That's like the only things that can like work faster than taking a cold shower
Oh,
that I
okay.
found. Yeah. So take some CBD with it if you start getting a little too freaked out.
And a gallon of water because you're gonna get Cottonmouth like crazy.
Right.
But you've proven to me I do need to release information about this. I am not a doctor, but here's what I would
Yes.
suggest you do. I suggest you take a half a bite. I suggest you give sativa to this kid and indica to this kid. And blah, blah,
Don't
blah,
eat
blah.
a whole one.
Don't
ate
eat
my
a whole
whole
one if you
I ate
Chris.
my whole son's bag of freaking Halloween candy because he come in the door and I'm high as crap. And he comes in the door and I'm double cheeking. He's like, "What are you doing, dude?" I said, "Man, that's some good candy."
That's so good.
God, it was bad, dude. I've never had munchies like that either. It was crazy because it was in phases. You know how pot's phases. It's like this phase, and then I hit a small paranoia phase, but then I did hit that because then I kept hearing everything. I could hear my heart beating and all this other stuff. And then, but the munchies was, oh my God. I've never ate that much food, and I'm a fat dude, and fat people eat, but I ate a lot that day. Sorry, I went off on a tangent.
No, you're good.
We're gonna love this recording.
Oh, this recording's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, Jeff, edit nothing out.
Nothing, I'm not. This is the best part, man.
I got to call to that Chris Bledsoe guy. He's eating gummies and going nuts.
Yeah.
Oh,
Here's actually
man.
crazy. So there's a cannabis dispenser here that it's called 420. And I have a song called 420. So my thought is to go in there and say, hey, like, you guys want to partner on this song or like, do something and you guys own percentage of the rights, like, and then they promote it for me, and then maybe I'll make music for all their strains or something, and so just open up that conversation. Like,
Did you talk to him yet?
no, that's the next thing on the list is, I have a client that I'm waiting to pay, and then I'm definitely visiting there. So.
Yesterday,
Figure out how to dynamic. Oh, sorry, Justin. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I
oh
apologize.
no, you're good. You're good. I was just gonna say yesterday, I was driving home and because I'm out in the Antelope Valley in California, so we have like dispensaries every like 5 miles. So a new one popped up close to home, and so I just had the thought, man. I was like, I'm gonna go in there, talk to the owner.
Let's go.
So I talked to him, and so Saturday at 10, I'm going in there with my laptop. We're gonna see what we can do, man. Like, I'm thinking of charging him. I'm thinking of charging him like $9.97.
Yeah,
Just
so bad.
just for an album. But I'll let you guys know how it goes.
I actually already did this. I'm going back and forth with the owner right now, and so their dispensary is called Vibe 420, and we're working on a song, and I believe I was talking to Justin about it. Where I'm drafting up a basically like a template to go and show them, and then we're going to be building out a mobile app for them, and then off to the next dispensary.
Hell yeah! Hey, let's give Austin his flowers too, man. He got his group going and everything.
Woo, Austin!
He is officially making money with AI.
Let's go.
Yes, but one thing I have to say, darn school, they like to steal your money.
It takes a minute. Huh? It takes a minute to pay you out, or what?
No, it takes 2 weeks to pay you out, but they're also, I have 8 members in there, and I have one free from that one, Glenn's in there for free. And I am only have like $56 or no, $54 or something like that. And I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, I think what they do is because Stripe has a commission percentage that it's a 3% transaction fee. So somebody's going to eat that, right?
Right.
Well, they try to give you as much as I don't think they take any from your monthly commission.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it's literally just the Stripe transfer fee that's a part of.
Okay.
And then you pay your $99 a month and that's it. And they don't take any of your fee based off your members.
Mm-hmm.
However, there is a 3%. Stripe charges 30 cents plus 3%, 3.4% on every sale.
Yeah, so I have 9 members, and I have out of $63, I get $58.50.
Yeah, so that's just that 3% and 30 cents per transaction fee. So
Which that makes sense.
Yeah. Which would, if you went to Stripe directly, that's what they would charge. They're just using Stripe Connect. So
Jeff,
Yes.
I know I missed this before. Oh, I'm sorry, Austin. Go ahead. I'm finished. I'll let you finish and then I'll jump in.
So what you're saying? Oh, that is new. Sorry, I just saw a new plugin. They so on top of so they're taking it right out. What does that mean? I won't get that 3% taken out when I go to pay out?
100%. Yep. You'll get whatever number you see.
Okay. Jeff, one thing that I think you would like, this is brand new. Where you can unlock chat at level 2.
Unlock chat?
Yeah.
Like in school, like there's a chat thing?
Here, I'll show you. Let's go entire screen. Screen 1. Unlock. Let's wait.
Unlock chat. Reduce DM spam by requiring members to be. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I was like, oh.
that's cool. Nice. That's cool that they're still putting them in here.
But one thing that they need to do better on is the membership questions, because I know you joined, but did you answer those questions?
Yeah, I think when it's a pay option, there's no questions. I think it's only for the free.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah,
Because I put questions in there.
I did too. It just I didn't see anybody answer them whenever it's a pay
Interesting.
option. Yeah, so
That's weird.
what you got, Chris? What were you saying?
Is there a way? And I know I mentioned this before. I think in the very first call I was on. Is there a way or a possible way? Right now, I know that, and I'll explain what I'm trying to say. But right now, I know you got to use various platforms to do it. Is there a way to create an image that is constant, that you could, let's say you wanted to put a vendor's shirt on it, or it's holding a vial of medication or whatever, I'm trying to think of, is there a way to create like an AI? And I know I saw Micah do this on his, and I think you're a member of Micah Berkeley's stuff, but I know that he's mentioned doing a dynamic, like, can't figure out how to display it, creating like a virtual influencer, an AI influencer.
Yeah.
But using that influencer to promote brands, but using different things with the brands, but making it constant, the image constant throughout.
Oh, making the same image.
Yeah,
Or
without having to
same-
use 50 different softwares. I'm just wondering if it's possible to even.
Yeah,
There's a
absolutely.
GPT. I want to say. I
Yeah,
have to find it and I'll send it to you.
there
Okay.
is a GPT. I know there is. I just saw it the other day.
Actually, let me see it right now.
Because like taking images and having them in different poses, but being the same image, and then maybe wearing, if you're promoting.
Yeah, there is a GPT for that. It's a character consistency or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Consistent character. Type that into the GPT search and it'll come up with like 5 or 6 of them. And I would choose the one that has the most downloads because it's going to be the best one.
Okay.
Jeff, have you thought about, just because I know this is an extra revenue stream that is possible, have you thought about making a My AI Team plugin?
I have. I just haven't figured out anything that would be like that's not already done by somebody else type thing. Like most of because my AI team like doesn't really. It's all connected to APIs on the back end. So I'm leveraging everybody else that did something cool, and I'm just making a dashboard for it. You know what I mean? However, what I'm learning right now with the coding, soon it should be where it's like, oh wow, these plugins are really useful because I'm coding my own stuff. So I feel like what I'm learning right now is the nerdy stuff that I need to be able to do the fancy stuff that I want to do, which is like video editing. A lot of that stuff for me is going to be video editing, because I feel like there's not many video editing plugins and softwares out there that make it easy for me. And I just need to be able to upload 2 things and then it spit out my final, like upload this and it makes a lyric video, and if I have to edit the lyrics, I could make it minor adjustment,
Yeah, we ain't got time for anything else.
Totally.
Well, and that's what I meant by the GPT, like with the character stuff. I got the GPT just pulled up. But I'm talking about once you make that character, how do you take that character and create images with other branded stuff on it? Like if I wanted to put, like one of my clients is Mel Excel, and I wanted to put them in a shirt and holding a vial, how could I do that?
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah. Now here's what's cool is you're on mute, Ashley.
You're on mute. You're on mute.
Really good as you mime it though.
You can make a blank image of the person with a blank text, so you can just change their shirt and their vial every time. And you
Or
can do that in Canva really easy. Right now.
have what
Yeah.
you could do is have them take a bunch of pictures, take a bunch of pictures, train a model on all the pictures, and then you could do it that way too.
Yeah.
That's a little more work, but
Now I'm starting to feel like Justin, because that's kind of like going over my head.
All right. Well, I guess if you like, here's how I would do it if you ever wanted to actually like develop.
Right. I'm an Instagram influencer, right? And I took myself and I put it in Jeff's AI, and then I like tried to do this. So this is gonna be cool.
Okay, so I mean, I can add it where it's something like this, so you kind of see how what they did, right? Like they basically upload the garment, and then they have the AI like it generates
like a mock-up.
Yeah, and I mean, this is theirs. I mean, like I could see what it looks like again, but now here's the thing. This is called Replicate, right? Replicate has a whole bunch of models, and I could add these things into it. So if this is something that you're like, hey, like, let's use this. I really like this. You know, we could make it a thing, and I could add it, and then it will just be a little drop down inside here, inside your images, where all you do is like, you know, like text to video, but it will say like, you know,
Replicate.
you know, it'll be like your little like model try on, you know, whatever, you know. So I'll have to see how this one works and if it looks good, and then if it's worth adding. You know, that's kind of the thing, is sometimes the models aren't the greatest, but sometimes they're decent. Like this one actually looks like it put on this shirt, you know. The images look a little fuzzy, but hopefully it fixes that. So,
you know, there's like so much AI stuff I want to do, and it's just, man, there's too much time. There's not enough time in the day to figure it all out. And then it's like I told you the other week when like Micah, they create these, they're creating these virtual characters on oh crap, what's the name of that freaking thing where they get sexy? What's the name of the freaking, look, she's asking, like, what are you talking about? What's the name of the
OnlyFans?
Yeah, OnlyFans. But he was creating OnlyFans, but he had an AI, and like I was saying, the AI is talking, saying everything that they want to hear, and he's making images, and they're all consistent throughout. And I'm not saying I would do OnlyFans, but I'm just using it as an example.
yeah,
I mean,
Business partners both have
You
this.
could do this with branding, like well, you could do this with clients too. Like you could create a virtual influencer on Instagram, and then people hire your. I mean, my daughter gets hired regularly, but people could hire you to do stuff for their brand.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't know enough about the AI to have 15 tools to try to figure out.
That's why we have one tool, my AI team.
Right.
Yeah, so maybe what I could do is there's two things that I feel like would make that possible. One is right now I have half of it because but I could finish the rest, but it makes it where you could upload your own custom models, right? So you could take 10 of your own images or anyone's images, and then you could make models. The reason I actually didn't do that before is probably because of what you just said, is like, I wasn't sure how to process the not for safe stuff, because it literally, like, you could upload anyone's images and then it could make not for safe images really easy. Right.
Yeah, Taylor Swift just had big images come out of her, like bad ones, and it's
Well,
in Hollywood.
You remember the AI that it was anyway, it was golly, richest dude, one of the richest dudes in the world. What's his freaking name?
Elon Musk.
Yeah, Elon. There we go. Golly, why not have a brain fart? But Elon, you saw the video where he had the woman's daughter get up and speak on the video, but it was AI that was doing it. And I'm talking about something that real, like that, but not me personally, but somebody, create a fake AI. But you're right. What comes with AI also comes the bad stuff that comes with AI as well. So people could use that and do some really bad stuff with it.
Yeah, deep fake has been around for a minute, right? I mean, that's what they're concerned about with the election, is deep fake,
right? And
about how it impacts society. So you have to be responsible, right? Be a responsible human.
But I feel like we have all the tools to do it.
And if we want to do it, I mean.
Yeah, and I'm not into the OnlyFans stuff. I didn't want y'all to think that. I can only use it as an example because he brought it up and said he created influencers and he's getting paid monthly subscriptions for people to look at freaking bathing suit models, and it makes no sense.
Which means he probably
feet pick. There you go.
Or feet pick, yeah.
Yeah, Feet Finder. We could do
Feet Finder.
Yeah,
there we go.
50 messages.
Every day we fall further from God's grace.
Every day. Yeah, and I just did on his whole.
Oh God, on see what it comes up with. Have you seen the Joe Rogan video where he says, make this bunny happier?
Yeah.
Please tell me you've seen this.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Crazy.
Oh my gosh. And it goes from a happy bunny completely into like what would experience if you did DMT. If you've never done DMT, I've done all the drugs and medicine you can do.
Nope.
So if you didn't know anything about that. But it
I'm a
does go into
youngin.
that.
I'm the youngest kiddo here, so no.
Yeah, he's pure.
He's pure. Austin.
Oh, I might be the oldest one. I might be the oldest one here. I don't know.
Well, how old are you, Chris?
I am 47.
I'm 300. I got a good doctor.
Like that.
I am 22.
Jim's mute. So he like you were saying something, Jim. Sorry.
He's mute.
Oh, sorry.
I'm 49, so I'm the
Okay,
oldest.
so you got me.
Oh, Uncle Jim. Uncle Jim.
Uncle Jim. Boy, do I hear that a lot.
It was a good day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that video is crazy. If you guys haven't seen it, you should check it out. With
What am I looking up?
Joe
What is it?
Rogan bunny,
Ashley?
make it happier.
yeah,
Joe Rogan
you know,
bunny, make it happier.
yeah.
All right.
Have you guys been using YouTube but putting in prompts for the search?
What do you mean?
Like literally, like if you're looking for a certain video, right? Instead of typing in the title, type in what you want. So if you wanted to get something on Suno.ai, comma, music, comma, tutorial, comma, like going all the way. It's been given some real, like better than actually typing in just Suno.ai. If you want to try it out.
It's an AI program thinking and then generating it out, right? Like
Yeah.
you would make a picture.
I don't know what was going to happen, but
Interesting.
yeah, it's been giving some pretty good results. Like better, like I guess I'm slow. I had asked my wife, I was like, when did Google get rid of the pages? Like, I don't know if you guys knew that, but it just gives you one page now.
Oh,
So
yeah.
my trick, I used to go to page 100 and something to get to the really, good stuff. But now it doesn't even give you pages. And I'm just like, Jesus, I'm behind. I'm judging by your faces. You guys already knew this.
Well, I think we were sucked into the trap earlier than you were. We just think it's always been that way or something. I mean, our
Oh,
brains
really?
flat.
That's a trip. I must be in a different timeline.
It's the gummies.
It's the gummies. It's the gummies.
You can't prove anything.
Dude, they keep scrolling. I'm just kidding.
How long have I been scrolling?
Oh, I gotta stop.
I swear there was different pages.
I knew there was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm late.
It does affect the SEO. I had a client ask me at SEO the other day. They're like, "What page am I on?" I'm like, "Don't know." I couldn't tell you.
Just come on
Look at
one.
the
You're on
first
page one,
page.
no trip.
I couldn't tell you where at on that first page you are, but you're on there.
That's crazy.
I don't do SEO at all. I can't stand it.
So that's one thing that I think that they are leveraging, though, is the SEO. That's why when you go in and you go to put those commas in, you're looking exactly for those keywords.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Makes sense then. You just can't explain the pages thing to me.
the pages, because those aren't relevant.
This clicks more money.
Yeah.
Right.
It makes more money if you scroll forever than click page 10, because now you're just on page 10.
Well,
Versus,
because you think you're advancing if you click, right? So click is advance, and they don't want you to think you're advancing. They want you to think you got what you got right there.
Mm.
Yep.
Facts.
Psychological warfare.
yeah.
Or they get paid for the length of time someone's on it, like YouTube, and it just keeps scrolling and scrolling and scrolling.
Mm-hmm. Did you guys read what was the Alex Hermosi book? The offers book that he put out.
100 million offer or whatever it is.
Yeah, he was talking about
The leads.
no, not the leads. It was I think it was the offers, but he was talking about the psychological advertising or just psychological tactics with the train station and how people were complaining.
Leads. Yeah, it is.
100 million leads
Oh, okay. I must be reading another one.
or 100
Yeah.
million offers. There's both.
Yeah.
Offers was in 21. Leads was this year or last
Oh,
year.
okay. Right. Yeah, but he was talking about how all they did was just change or add like a red line or something like that. And that satisfied people's need to have the train be faster because they saw their destination. So it was a psychological what do you call it?
advancement or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
It's like neurolinguistic programming. It gives your brain a reason. So we operate as humans. Our subconscious mind is driven on commands, and like we learn through. So it's a subconscious command that you are advancing. Like the click is forward, and they don't want you to do that. They don't want you to think you're advancing. They want you to know you got what you got.
Right. Instant gratification. But yeah.
All right, Chris sent me something. Get Copy Coach integrated with
Yeah, that would be a good. It's another AI, but
Okay.
it's for us marketers. You would really hit the marketing side.
Okay, yeah.
What he did basically was put in like all of Alex Hormozy stuff, Russell Brunson's, and put it all in the background, so you can like go in and ask and create a product and say, hey, create me a 100 million offer, and it'll pop out and just go.
Yeah, that's what I need for my landing page.
I'll just build your landing page. What you got?
Okay, Chris, me and you're gonna powwow in a minute.
We can. That's what I do for a living. That's what I do.
I see.
Yeah, Ashley's incredibly smart. I feel like she just needs someone that has their tech stuff down, and then she's gonna freaking run off and make millions. So
I'll make
not
billions,
like-
Jeff. I will be the big B. It's
Software.
called
I'm not
the
software
B.
savvy. I'm not software savvy, but I am pretty.
That's okay.
I can do landing pages and WordPress and stuff like that pretty dang.
Okay, that's what I need. I'm the front end girl. I do in-person front end. I can get you as much traffic.
And
as
I
you
hate front end. I'm looking for someone that can do the front end, and I could just do ads. That's all.
That's what I was
wanna
going to
do.
say earlier. Is I think that there's a need for us to like have powwows and work for a couple hours with each
Yeah.
other somehow.
Yeah,
Oh, actually,
Whether
we
it's
wanna talk about that
Individually,
too.
or like if you hit
My
someone
girl.
up and said, "Hey, do you want to work for a couple hours? What works for you? Hey, do you want to let other people work with us or whatever?" There's definitely that need of working space.
Well, you know,
So I'm hearing a school idea.
yeah,
It's
mean,
a
would you
school
guys-
as much as it is like a group time work. Like we are going to schedule a Zoom inside of Jeff's thing, and anyone can come here and we can work on a project. And here's the project we're working on today. And if you don't want to work on that project, that's great. And you could head it up one day, I could head it up one day, and we could all work on my project, or we could all work on Chris's project,
I
or on
like
Justin's project to try to get it further advanced. Because when you're only one person, right? If you have other people helping you in that real time, and they can be like, "Hey, let's put this in, integrate this here," and then 2 hours later, you have more of what you need or what your customer needs, then that would be helpful.
So kind of Jeff,
I like
like
that.
like kind of like what we did weeks ago before we all discovered fantastic AI generated music.
yeah. Like we used to have these work sessions that like we would hang out in Discord or somewhere, you know, like, and it would be work sessions like that, and like we would all just hang out and chat and work on
I
our
think-
own stuff, and it wasn't no pressure, you know. Would that be something that you guys like? Would you guys want like a daily work session where we're all like, because there's a lot of times, like, no joke, like I want to hang out with people and I'm working.
I'm fine with that.
I just more feel like I just want to make sure we separate. The reason I never did that is I don't want that to be a coaching session,
No.
right? Like for me, like if I show up to it, I don't like, it's like, hey Jeff, how do I do this? That's the only reason why I never wanted to do it. Because I'm working, so I don't want someone to be like Jeff.
Exactly. Yep.
But I'm willing to partner. I just don't want it to be like Jeff coaching, you know. So that's the only
Right.
thing.
I mean, if we're all making money, I think that'd be great. I mean, I like the fact, like, if Ashley said, "Hey, Chris, I got some clients that I need ads for." I'm just using that as an example. I'm not saying you do, Ashley, but they need landing pages too. Well, that's something I know I could do, and then she's still getting compensated because she's getting it from the client, and we're just doing a percentage or whatever. So it's like help me help you, and vice versa.
What if we came up with something? So there's this guy on, I don't know if you guys are following him. I know I am. He is his name's Desmond, and he has this thing where they call it equity funnels, where he takes equity in the funnels instead of just paying for, or someone paying for the funnels. What if we did something like that to where it was like an equity group where like we all bring together and help each other?
Yeah, I think it's all individual based, and you just make an agreement with someone else. You say, "Here's how
Yeah.
we're going to do it," and
Yeah.
you can have that in writing or not. And I'm totally open to that. I see the need for that. Whether it's, I like the idea of putting it on TikTok. This is going to sound crazy, but if you're going to do one thing, you might as well use it all the time. Like if you got on a TikTok and you could live stream your TikTok and we could all be there. This is so interesting to me because this is what TikTok wants, right? They want people in basically a Discord to sit there and do their own things. And so this is a future idea, but like I would try it with anyone. Just because I have enough fans to do that live. If I'm going to get on live and I'm going to be with other people, I'd rather use that and utilize that for, you know what I mean? Like TikTok can see, and then I have this thing where people could actually I could get paid money for being live. So it's just an idea. That's in the future. We can do it privately. We'll get
No, that sounds way better. I like getting paid for my time. So
We all like money.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yep.
and I mean, if we're gonna work together, that sounds cool. Like it's a work session where now I've never seen that. So like that sounds awesome. Like I'm down to work live on a TikTok, like whatever that means. So like how do we do that?
Well, what happens in a TikTok is like you all have to have TikToks, and then I have to invite you. I have to be live, and then you have to be on the service, and then I have to invite you to go live. And then, I mean, one of the best people to watch if you want to see an example, which is kind of crazy, is Jeffree Star. Jeffree Star is a
Dude, I haven't seen him since MySpace.
This man.
You ever heard of
Jeffree
Kumo
Star
Space? You ever heard of
Jeffree
Kumo
Star has a
Space?
yak ranch that he moved to from LA in Casper, Wyoming, and he sells makeup. Okay, this guy's fucking crazy, but he gets on every day with a whole bunch of people, and that's how they're able to keep this going, right? And I saw it, and I was like, man, I should just use AI. Like,
What
these
is his
Hollywood
content,
guys
though?
are willing to what?
Looks like
What
it's
is his content?
cosmetics.
His content is makeup. He sells makeup. He's like I don't know if he's gay or not. I have no idea actually what his
No, I know who
he's
he
like
is.
he's like super, and he sells makeup, and he sells
Yeah.
shitloads, and he has a store in Casper, Wyoming that is pink, huge. I mean, he's built a huge empire, but it's been from going live on TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
you ever heard of Kumo Space?
Hmm?
Y'all ever heard of Kumo Space? Because y'all were talking about a place to meet up and do work. I want to show you just real fast.
Please.
This is something that Ad Skill had brought up, but you can create a space. But they like if I join the space now, she's probably not there. But like they have different floors, like podcast stage, and it's a virtual space. You can actually go in, and when I go in, it'll go ding dong, and it'll let somebody know that I'm here. And then let's say Jeff's in his office, I can go over here, and let's say he's sitting here, I can go over here and pull up a chair, and then I can have a mic and start talking to him immediately and say, hey, let's collab, and we can start sharing screens and talk.
interesting.
It's
Yeah,
like a WeWork or a Kiln, but in a virtual system.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
I don't know why I can't walk right now, but
It's the gummies.
yeah, I can like if you want to take a break, you can go over and eat a donut.
You go eat a donut.
I
Yeah,
don't
mean,
like sugar.
I mean, I'm just saying you could. I mean, I'm just using it as an example, but yeah, there are like Kumo Space is a place that you can create something like this. I'm trying to I gotta get out of here.
Well, there's like a
That's cool.
Sims game or something. I don't know. It might be
Right.
distracting for us necessarily because we're all crafty and we want to see what's going on.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
I
can
just
see
said
like
if
it.
you want to do like a virtual space. That's what it is. It's a virtual space.
That's super cool.
Mm.
And I think
Absolutely.
probably we would just get on here and work at some point. Like it's say
Yeah,
like,
do
okay,
that.
here's 2 hours we're working. It's not a question and answer. It's like, here's what we're doing. We have to have it like working. Like we're working on Ashley's thing. We're working on Chris's whatever he just talked about. I know we could help him get more of what he wants, right? With what he was talking about the person, and Jeff could install it. We could try it and see if it worked, and then he could actually have like a product, right? That we helped him create or whatever. Just
100%.
I'm into working that way. That's how I work my whole life, right? There's this thing called innate drivers, which I should teach you guys about what you're driven by and how if you're not driven by the same thing as other people, you miss each other, right?
Mhm.
In the thing. And so I'm very driven by workability. Like, how can we all make it work and make money? And so if that's not happening, I'm usually not very happy.
Right.
So it's funny. It's interesting. It's a different dynamic. But yeah,
I think that'll be a nice incentive for you, Jeff, to like post on your Facebook who has a project that they need to have completed. Join my group. We will help you complete that, and that can be like your coaching session today. Everybody gets in with their expertise. Chris with his landing pages, Austin with his software, Jam, music savvy, Ashley with your branding. I'm assuming with your influence. That'd be cool, man. Like come and get completed because everybody wants accountability.
Yeah, and I want to be first because I want to launch my rap songs. I'm just saying because I don't know a lot about rap,
Let's
but you
do it.
guys know a lot about music and rap. And then I'm like, oh, I could do this on my own
Yeah. Yeah,
We
because
can have
let's
gummy
do it.
sessions.
because I'm down to help anybody. I would help anybody do anything, right? So think about that.
And
Yeah, of
everybody take
course.
one gummy before we start.
Yeah, that's the rules of gummies.
I'm gonna teach you how to dose gummies, so you don't have to talk about it like that. And I'm being nice because when you scare people, so it's how
I'm
like for
just
me.
messing with you, Ashley. I've had good experiences too. I was just
Okay, good.
it was
The
too
first
much.
time
It was a
the
good
first-
experience. I was just saying I wouldn't do it and go to a game again. That's all I was saying. I loved the way I felt. I just didn't like the fact that I didn't know what was going on at the game.
Okay, so wrong set and setting, but right dose.
the first time I ever took a gummy or any type of edible, well, it was a chocolate bar. I ate it all and slept for 24 hours.
Yeah.
It was the best sleep ever. Then I was like, okay, I'll just take. Then like months down the line, I just took a little gummy and 16 hours. I was like, okay, well, I guess gummies are not for me.
You just probably need to rest, man.
My body, yeah, your body's telling you need to rest. Like depression comes from the need for deep rest. If you don't know this, like I have a whole background in NLP and psychological training because I had a rough home life as a kid, and so in my 20s, I took tons of NLP and like how your brain works. So it's interesting. I'm fascinated by these topics.
I used
Yeah,
to
I
sell
want-
for Tony Robbins to do NLP. I used to sell for him.
Oh my God, Tony Robbins is a trip.
Yeah.
All those guys are a trip. Even like Perry Belcher is the biggest fucking trip of all.
Oh, I did an NLP session. I watched one of Tony's videos, and it was, long story short, this lady got on the phone and it was a sales call, but for some reason she wanted to talk about her day. So I did an NLP thing on her, and I said, I want you to close your eyes, and when I say go, I want you to slam your fist through that glass window, and not figuratively. Oh my God! After I said that, she started screaming. Oh, yes. So I'm like, whoa. So you're not going to have the $25,000 package today, are you?
You awakened her giant within.
It was wild. It's like, wow. Okay. I didn't do nothing but just act like Tony.
Just act like Tony.
It's because your brain only works on commands, and our subconscious mind is just trying to keep us safe.
Right.
So depending on your level of risk tolerance, you're able to help someone if you're able to get into their space. It's easier with people you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So you ever, because that sounds like hypnotism a little bit.
It is, so it's pure hypnosis.
Hmm.
I mean, it's like the art of hypnosis, but it's really the art of how your brain works.
Hmm.
So I could do like a 15-minute seminar and show you how your brain works, and then you could have better access to helping yourself get what you want every day, right? I'm going to give you half a chance to help yourself understand the links between what's going on, right?
Hmm.
It's first the thought, then the emotion, right? It's very interesting how we're not taught these things as children. And I had a panic attack at Disneyland when I was 29 years old. That's how I ended up figuring all of this out. I was in It's a Small World line. It's a Small World started. My body shuts down. I throw up all over everyone getting out of the ride. And I'm like, fuck, I've done so much self-help. What's wrong with my brain? Nothing was wrong with my brain. It was just trying to keep me safe.
Oh, wow. So you kind of steered into this good.
So I learned. Yeah, I learned
Yeah.
like,
Interesting.
how do I get myself out of that? How do I help myself? Because we all have our own answers inside of us, and we all have the ability to help ourselves. We have to have people that can ask the right answer, ask the right questions, just like AI, to get the right answers, right? So I've become a human AI that asks questions to people based on my intuitive ability to figure out what they need. And it's not mine. I'm just a conduit, and I don't take credit for it. But I do understand that it's happening all the time with everyone. Even if you don't think you're doing it, you're doing it. You might be programming people the wrong way, which is fucked, rude.
Yeah.
And you should figure out how to program them the right way.
The commercials do it to us daily.
Yeah, commercials.
Commercials is psychology. That's all it is.
Yeah, like the one biggest trick you could even think about is like, if 3 things are true, then the 4th is always true. So 3 things that are assumably true. So guys, the fact that we showed up here today and we've been talking to Jeff and we're thinking about having a class later on means you're going to trust me and like me. I mean, this is like 101 stuff. It means you're going to have a better day. And you're like, yeah, look at all your heads nodding as fucking yeah. Because the first 2 things were assumably true. That's what the TV does to you all day.
Get out of my head.
You're gassy. Like the fact that you're gassy and you don't feel well and you've had troubles with your parents means you need this medicine, bitch. Holy fuck, I got to get the medicine. This is fucked up and crazy and the wrong way.
It happens every day. We did it in sales. I mean, they call it mirroring. You know, you're just like I was asked. So, what do you think, Ashley? I mean, you know what I mean? It's just rocking. Or you know, I used to go in. My buddy's like, I was training a guy one time. He goes, "How did you do that?" I went into a doctor, and I'm selling him Yellow Page ads, but I'm acting just like him. I'm bringing up medical terms, and he's like, Yeah.
Mirror and match.
Where'd you
Yeah,
get
there's
that
lots
little-
of like techniques and tools, just
Yeah.
like AI has techniques and tools. NLP has as many, if not more, you know?
Oh yeah.
So it can be used for good and evil. Just
Yeah,
like
and you
AI.
take an oath when you do it with the right people. Like Michael Burnoff out of Scottsdale, Arizona is by far the best teacher of human interaction technology. It's a 5-day course. You go in and you go in with a lot of professionals, and they make you take an oath, just like a doctor, that you will use this for the right reasons.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we got deep, guys.
Yeah. Very
Yeah.
That's what's up.
It's good.
many tangents.
It's 11:11. We can make a wish.
Oh, that's it.
It's
Let's make a wish.
it's 2:11.
Yeah,
Okay.
gummies.
It's the gummies, Austin.
What? No.
Now I'm gonna start just saying that.
I started that.
All right,
I'm gonna
Chris.
create a shirt now. It's the gummies.
Yeah, let's get it.
The
I'm
gummies.
just gonna create a whole brand
up,
around
Bobby.
the gummies.
Oh man.
All right, so let's see. We want to do some work sessions. I like working in the morning personally, and I like working in later in the afternoon. Like I work most of the day, but like I mean, like there's times that I like to open up my schedule to work with other people. You know, like that I have the mental like space to be friends, and so
I get that.
yeah.
In the afternoon,
No, that's
I
facts.
leave my middle space at about 6 o'clock. It's like, no.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it takes a minute. So yeah, I mean, I feel like there should be like an early session and maybe an evening session, you know, me personally. And then it just kind of has a start time, but you guys could end whenever you choose to end, you know, and if anyone wants to show up, anyone could show up, but at least we have it scheduled. And you know, some days I will, some days I won't, but at least everyone in the group has the option to show up, you know. Is there a platform you guys prefer? I know that we talked about maybe streaming it sometimes too, you know, but maybe like in the meantime, like there's just like a Discord group or
Oh,
something.
well, but I even think you just put it inside the school and give people the opportunity to join it, knowing that it's not a question and answer. It's Ashley working on her project and people are coming to help her, or it's Justin working on his
Yeah.
project and people coming to help him.
Okay.
So if you want to observe or you
Yeah.
want to be a participant, you can be in it, but this is not a school group. We have next school is Tuesday and Thursday with Jeff.
I think that's gold.
Because then you don't have to
Yeah.
change any platforms or add anything else, just put a link, right?
I dig it.
What
So when are we gonna do it?
you could do is what you could do is on the calendar just create days for those.
There you go.
Okay.
So Ashley's first.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds cool. Cause I think it would be fun to have hot seat times and days like that, you know, where it's like, we could all just show up and do a hot seat and like we could help whoever's working on that project or whatever. You could still talk about it because a lot of times, most of the time I'll be working on my own project and you guys will be working on your project, but then it's like, hey, like I'm working on this, could anyone help me with this? And then you're able to help. And then there's some days maybe even where it's like there's 6 people that showed up and we're helping Ashley with it, you know, or we could schedule hot seat days because I was thinking hot seat days would be kind of cool too.
I like hot seats. Jay Abraham does really well with hot seats, and Roland and those guys did amazing stuff. So yeah, I think hot seats is fun.
Yeah.
Just
So-
make sure I've seen some hot seats in the past where the person felt, what's the word I'm looking for? Uncomfortable.
Mm.
And then they shot it away and never came back. Because
Yeah, I mean,
of
this would be someone saying like, I want help with this
Yeah,
specific
if it's
project.
out
I
there,
want to be the
that's
hot seat.
story. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we literally do it's all volunteer and it's if you don't want to share your hot seat. And I feel like it's also like hopefully it's more actionable steps and it's part of the work session is my thought. And it's not just hot seat where it's like everyone's like, well, this is my opinion, you know, it's like hot seats like let me bust out an ad for you. Here it is.
Right.
Right, like I need a funnel. Here's my tags. Build me this funnel and let's put it up right now and let's see if we
Right.
can generate our first
Do it.
sale by doing some advertising.
By Tuesday.
You can do
Yeah.
that now, Ashley. I can go ahead and do that.
That'd
Yeah.
be cool.
And like to do what you did, Jeff, that could have been a hot seat for me, right? I'm writing a country music thing. I'm gonna write a few more like that. I need to generate this album in the next couple days. Like, let's turn it. But you know, we had other things. So that's great.
Indeed. Okay.
Yeah. So just figure out when you want that.
Yeah, so I think I'll set up 2 things. Maybe we'll have it where there's some scheduled work session days and hours where there's twice a day. And then there's also like, and anyone could show up to those. And then there'll also be a new class style that we set up one day. That's maybe a hot seat. And I
The
was
only
thinking maybe
problem I probably see is people saying like they show up and they're like, I want to work on my project. And they're like, no, I want to work on my project. And I'm like, no, like, you know, you got to have probably a designated ish topic or project probably.
So we
For
write Jeff,
That's the hot seats.
and then Jeff can just schedule it.
right.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Show up.
Yeah, I guess what we could do is, if you have a hot seat that you want to set up, we could even schedule that too. You know.
Yeah.
Right.
And
'Cause
then
people
we-
are going to watch this later. They're going to be like, oh, I have one. Like, I got to talk to Jeff. I know I can do that.
Yeah, you know, and then we could schedule hot seats too. So like Ashley, if you have a project that you really want to work on, we could say, hey, let's get this on the calendar, or I want this on the calendar, and then like, and
What
then
if-
we all show up to your hot seat, you know what I mean? And then we all like, hey, like next Tuesday at 12 is Ashley's hot seat. And then anyone that wants to show up is able to show up, and then we all contribute, and then that'd be cool, you know?
Yeah, and that's after your call, and I'd probably do mine. I mean, I'm going to work through this tomorrow and the next day, right? If anyone wanted to help me, I would be down, and it's even outside of this group. But I'm down to do whatever you want.
Oh, I'm excited. I would
Yeah.
definitely come in.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If you're
Yeah,
down for that, we could even throw on the, like, if you have a time that you want to do, we could set up a hot ski.
I'm just looking
tomorrow
at
or
my
today. I don't
schedule.
care.
Hold on here.
So.
Um,
I dig motivated people, you know? So.
I see this.
Well, no, this makes sense because I mean, like I told you before, my struggle is I'm great at doing the tech side on the back side, but I'm a sucky networker. So if somebody said, "Hey, Chris, let's get on Facebook. Here's what I want you to let's talk through what you can offer, and I want you to start posting and posting and posting. Let's do that today. We're going to schedule 10 posts right now. Let's do it." That would help me. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff would help me. Or hey, this is a video script that would work really well for what you're trying to accomplish.
Yeah, that's one thing that honestly would help me too, because ever since launching this school, I've noticed I'm getting some feedback, but I'm not I'm not reaching as many people as I want to. And even inside the group, like in my Facebook group, I think it's out of my 1,000 friends, I have 75 people in the group, and not even all 75 are like engaging in the group. So like, I guess another hot seat could be like writing content that converts or something like that.
Yeah, interesting. Which is, I feel like I could definitely help you guys with that in those areas. And then I could say, hey, this is how we do it. And I could write out some posts for you guys.
You have a
And then-
lot of data that you know works. This is what's interesting about you. You know exactly what works. You're super dialed in on that, right? And that's what we want.
Word.
Cool deal, guys.
Good job.
All right. All right, cool. I'm going to upload this as the replay, and then I'll get the SOP created for our songs. And then I'll get some, at any time, if you guys want to just post a Zoom link or post a meeting link in the group, like, guys, like, this is home, you know, like, make yourself at home, you know, like, don't
Okay.
focus
Awesome.
on- So,
So like,
For
hey,
sure,
I'm working
man.
for the next 2 hours if you want to get on and help me. Bueno.
yeah, you know, and then I don't have to feel like everything's Jeff, you know, because like, I'm totally down with that. And I mean, like,
I'm down to do it just that way for now. Let's not worry about anything else. And if you have one, or like you're listening to this, you have one, then just put a link in and say you're working, and people will come join you and they know it's yours. That's way better.
Yeah, I like that.
if you give someone like a heads up, like 5 minutes, hey, I'm joining in 5 minutes, then that gives a 15 minutes, or I'll be on for the next 1 to 2 hours. Well, then that gives us a chance to think. And then if your room ever closes, just delete that post so nobody joins a room that doesn't exist. So yeah, that sounds freaking awesome. So
Yeah, I'm excited.
I can't wait to join you guys' work sessions. So yeah, so love you guys.
Love you,
All right.
man.
Love
Okay.
it.
All right, we'll
See
see
you
you.
later.
See ya.
Thank you.